Nkroba pa wusimana duasa nwatwe 9:38 yatena seji sadumienu na yabaso ebra de agudemu nsampa papa no ade abramu gabicho amatena sedada enche waboaboa amanene nsam dodo no ode ebrayen na yabewie dwumadie no awo fie bra enra baba ya Sports Stadium Kumasi Asante Kotoko ekadwie anka amosan draw against Young Apostles. It took Abrantia FS Samba O'Neill and Dongani 90+7 goal no and the mark Kumasa no consuno enya 2-1 over Young Apostles. Anina no yade san komuni nano edi edamu dwumadie no so nti bra YouTube in Shot TV oba subscribe to channel no mame or subscribe we are na odo message no aka we yakwa me ni aba ye ba na maka messages odo amodi abryan and anopay yawada abra transi na edi insure password dwumadie no edi abram name myself message no aya mano enye tieti asene bia betumi aka dodo na no awo dwumadie no eso enra na CAF 2025 awards no etodwa na nya asem ketwa and then of course kesepana no bia twen no the men's player of the year na 3 players and na yekoto so aba Ashraf Hakimi, Victor Osimhen of Nigeria and na Mohamed Salah of Egypt. Na echuntontoni wiye no empanifo echirima Ashraf Hakimi do de Paris Saint-Germain ene ne ma Morocco eyeye no na esefata se ono na African na ye as the best player eba eye emema no afemu ani na yekoba na gabicho amaboya nkomo full details of the course so enra ewo eye kafa wo so no ase table koto ase se de nyamianim Kylian Mbappe se o compare oba Real Madrid and in the second season of Bodema Real Madrid ya utimi sabrante to say we improve papa Lami Yamal say is no anka so atena say on social media ni din che na nyede and into a person cut off kakra na utimi managing ho very very well to Boli aka Chelsea mpanifo a omo and as say Chelsea eye omo dia no say so far so good baby at Chelsea ekeka adekono omo do manage akwa Chelsea so ekeka adekono ho anan so ye de mun komo adeba you know Messi say dachi bia and of course obesan aba back to Barcelona company una fe obebibi ade ama eye team no somebody can't ho amama no and no the standing game GPL Kumasi Asante Kotoko Young Apostles come you know mo take no eye bakuna after the game no time zito edit about do edi ato eja or say ogusua on Samba O'Neill kasa senka Brent no on switch na amabomma eye Ghana hunsemo ha Samson Young Apostle coach Abdul Hanan ononso after the game penalty GDT amono wakasa edi afa ho this many money na na yakoba gabi the phone na edi ekwam na yabana yeba abda for be come on na ewuransem nu etimi edi amamu good morning yankwam na na Richard ni yankwam ni
be ma wo junso ni mu pai ebi
somo pantu ansemenyo na ni team bomo so say ade na da ho release clause ni 65 million pounds so ultimate trigger nko ade a be fa Brent ne ko yes me Manchester City was 65 dey na boarding Benjamin Sesko creator and say so Benjamin Sesko 85 what the pounds ma 74 million Antoine so
Antoine the Nissan ke problem cry
no 65 but I think you could try them cry
this is amadia to muse Sesko no nya de maboka
Sesko the MZ ya boka
David enya se mo ya boka
so onyam mo ni yes
ben ya oga ni enye yes
se CI de ya boka
na se nani na se go Sesko de ne be dane o
ebi obetumi asisa
senior nani ha Sesko ni nani
boni diana
ebi dia bo betro so mi en fami ku fikesi ni mo bia
akwanya de
It's mo bia dia Sesko de nya de
saka pa o ne height ball no pejama no grounds won to be ni Oh, Benjamin Sesko dear. I'm only pansa as if I think Manchester for Munya 65 never warning. Okotan to 17.
Now we are sure that I'm trying to say on per money. Oh, na say do you have more money?
No, I'm already and I meeting crowd. I'm here dinner kakra.
Meeting the day.
I'm a go branch and I dream so branch in Manchester.
Me no me ya meet his name kofu bi. That's it.
I'm go see. I meet you.
Oh no, I'll go and watch him. What's the walk on watch him? Meet you away. Meet.
Wow, branch. Maybe I know about you. Who is the council? And you are more story.
No, we so who has ever baby now. You see me from a boss of brother. You ask my brother is your call. Say and they are a full academy best say here.
Coffee man go, you know, no buy. I'll go one man case your ma.
I'm going to the fiance.
Oh, Sophia. As I know.
Rich, when you meet yourself.
No, it's open quality. You need to pay big.
You have to pay. So I will say to them, maybe I'll now be now count. If you want quality, you have to pay.
Open quality, yeah. Coffee cafe, yeah. And man, Mr. Kabiama. Mentram baby. Minimi here. And then Zomini. How about the habitia?
That's we don't go with you.
I've not caused them so grave. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where's the receipt? Listen, you will be checkers and you grab it.
If you can, someone pay you. Yes, what you're going to we are very fine. We are very fine. We are very fine.
Said and saying, Suba could be. Anyone from me.
Oh,
what can any one proceed?
Oh, a year, not just say. Well, then you ever connect.
It's World Cup, bro, out of 48 countries ever born. You move 42. I got 6. Which means I can say Champions League stories in a day. Which must say the stories of the qualifying to the World Cup, no, more the more. Especially the story of the last 5 countries or 4 of the last 5 countries that have qualified to the World Cup. And I'll focus on a particular 2 or 3. And plus rich and Ranajo. A DBS the vowel and here, you know. Honestly speaking. Now the Biamekacho say, for me, the jury is still not out on Estevao. But after Brazil's game against Tunisia, I think I'm willing to say certain things about Abrante. But let's start with the World Cup. Rich. And now, you be the preview of the CONCACAF games now, Omobabe Bono. How the CONCACAF teams know Omo games aka the likes of Jamaica, the likes of Haiti, all of these countries know we're going to go on and then play their games. Which in all of that, me and him say we are going to see some upsets and we are going to see some very, very nice fairy tale or conversation about World Cup qualifiers near Babehun. And Rich, the first story I want to tell you about is the smallest country that has qualified for the World Cup, the story of Curacao. It is an island. Now, Rich, Unim said, if you love geopolitics and geography and all of those things, you probably by now will know, say, Curacao is an independent country, but it is part of the Kingdom of Netherlands.
You know, players need to be free.
None of them was born on the island. Free Netherlands, Papa, free Netherlands, Sahono. It is just like countries like Guyana, where Abrante Feni Gini will now dump a free. They trace them there because of colonialism, slave trade, and stuff like that. That is it. And only 156,000 people pay. Before them, it was island, as Iceland. And then the smallest country to have gone to the World Cup with 300,000 people. Almost 156,000 people. Now, Rich, just as you're saying, every player was born in the Netherlands. And our coach Krampo, the famous Dutch manager called Dick Advocaat. So, okay, Dick Advocaat. He is the manager of the Curaçao team. Now, Rich, and now, because of the way on the table now, just 1 point. Playing away in Kingston, Jamaica. Now, Jamaica team also now have a lot of good names. West Ham former centre forward, Junior accident, recent times, he big bulky St. Michael something. Okaon, leading of that Jamaican team. So Jamaica have now gone for some good players as well. Rich, Michael Antonio, Sir Jamaica for leading the lines, making sure it's okay. They also get a result against Tima, your friend Curaçao. Rich, when you say in the second half, Jamaica for a boba. Or he post 3 times. In fact, in the 98th minute, the Jamaicans had a penalty. Penalty no cause no more share. Curaçao wouldn't have qualified for the World Cup. Go check VAR and have asked any penalty. They overturned the penalty. Now, Brabeshe, Steve McLaren, former English national team manager, who is the coach of the Jamaican national team, did not understand. Say Jamaica for both. Now, on my kid, 2 bit say Curaçao coming to upset them to qualify. Rich, the game ended 0-0. And it means that now the World Cup, in 48 countries, is going to see a nation with a much more lower in terms of population as compared to the former one in Iceland in the World Cup, which is an excellent story. Players are young woman, a colonization in tea, and Panum Coco PMO or Netherlands, this area, it's a complete island, but then of course, linked to the Kingdom of the Netherlands. It's a small country, but they've made their country very prouder, and now they did a job, which is very good. Rich, and sometimes, say Obi Bisa say Argentina, born as a the stories probably aren't as nice as you make it seem. Which is some of these stories. And stories you been a man a day, and a man say Obi. Ebia or Iribi or girlfriend dunia baby bana debia or shop boss. That's how they debia or shop ball. It's because of the underlying stories that is the link to the game and the money pape. Rich. The next country is Haiti. Now again, Obi Ope geopolitics bia will probably know Haiti for one thing in the last few years.
I'm sorry, yeah, serious.
Okay, the issues of your friend is saying disaster 2 or more. Rich, yeah, Rich, since the natural disaster that befell Haiti, even a little bit more has happened to them. That has been very, very hard hitting for the Haitian native, for the North. Your friend is saying how do we call it? That area of the world. How things have gone on for them haven't been good. And I want to show you this from the BBC. Rich, Haiti in the last 1 year have been hit by civil strife. Gang members have taken over the capital of Haiti, which is Port-au-Prince. In Haiti capital town, to say the Waba Accra. And yet Haiti government is ruling over the capital. It is gang members that is ruling over them. And Omunoma taking control. In fact, US for the soldier for alcohol, Haiti for international soldier for. There was a time they imported policemen from Kenya and the likes to come and get some level of civility and a calmness on capital city. It didn't happen. In fact, to the extent that their president was chased out of the capital of Haiti. It's Rich. The last time, according to the Reuters, almost 1.3 million people have been displaced on the capital of Haiti in the last year. 1.3 million people.
Oh, my God.
Say, Accra never promote any over Kumasi. Maybe
I do any better.
So, belonging to gang now, you wow. Unye affiliated to the gang and crown munini, ya usher into the gang. Rich, it has been tough. To the extent that almost send a warning to the USA. say mo try na mo de say mo de mo police for near they be do crew and before they come we'll finish them. Which the civil unrest since February and last year has been too much in Haiti. And even for them, for 50 years, the country has not qualified for the World Cup. Plus, the natural disaster that befell them just the last couple of years ago. Rich, can you imagine, say, Haiti for national team coach or more employee, no, Sebastian Ming. He was employed, I think, about 18 months ago. Since they are employed on Haiti crew order. Because who can play Nico Gusi?
On my qualification in United.
Yeah. They played most of them qualifications. Curaçao on them. On qualifications because they can't play at Port-au-Prince. They can't even go to their country to go and do anything football according to them, and it has really affected them. Until say and now they managed to get a qualification that they have been able to get all the World Cup. You know, Rich, it is a very good story for Haiti. Almost now they managed to get a very good win. And they returned to the World Cup after 1974, 50 years since the last time and Haiti. Now, if you look at it, Haiti, like you are saying, ABR, this World Cup should be able to put them together as a mind and probably move on from the issues of war and sense. And now, for the Oceania region, and of course, the North American side, qualifies no. Suriname, Guatemala, Curaçao, Costa Rica, Honduras, Nicaragua, all of these countries, and 3 have gone through. The group leaders, no, which is Panama, Curaçao, and Haiti, have all gone through this. The best second place teams, no, Suriname, Jamaica, and Honduras. But if you look at it, Jamaica has 1 spot. The rest are going to play in the FIFA Intercontinental playoffs, no. That's exactly what we are going to see. It's the 2 continents joined together in one association. You know, this is how it looks like, and almost everywhere island, almost everywhere. The blue side in there is zoo. If young one I say down, especially from the northern part of America, there, that's how it looks like. And now they have gone through, and this is how it's going to look like.
And Nigerians need to know.
I said, "We say, "What
you say?" Senka, this Intercontinental on the teams now on Emre.
Because see
easily they can beat them.
Yeah, see that team Congo and Iraq. It's Congo be share 1 team, not Iraq share 1 team. What be share they not qualify because the players have 2 spots. It's Nipa Congo be share no. The other 4 teams that can. The other teams that can any go see no. You have Jamaica, all of these countries are not countries that will worry the likes of Congo. I think that Congo will go through. Yeah. I think say Congo will have a very good chance to qualify through them, and then they can go and play in the World Cup. It's rich. And not just stories from the CONCACAF region. It's an exciting story of Haiti for overcoming civil strife and of course natural disaster. And the exciting story of Curaçao for becoming the newest in terms of the smallest country to qualify for the World Cup after Iceland. But something happened in Europe. Germany had not firmed it up. They needed to firm it up. Spain had to put the final nail in the coffin. But then all eyes of Europe was in Glasgow, in Scotland, where the Scottish team no more back against Denmark. Rich, I didn't think Scotland were going to be able to beat Denmark, even at home. Honestly speaking. In fact, now make sure Brazil need Tunisia friendly match. Then I saw that Scotland were up by a goal from a branch friend Scott McTominay. What has he seen? It's McTominay free Manchester United no. I don't know whether it is just too much confidence or what it is. But now look at that bicycle kick.
Yeah. Scotland national team and they trust him.
Look at this. Now you have Bobo since your game. Now Scott McTominay free mid-air bicycle kick Scotland 1-0.
We were running show.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Scott McTominay. So at 2-0, I thought the game had died. But Denmark fought back to make it 2-2 at some point in time. So in my head, I'm like, okay, fine. Denmark will not let it go like that. The game is ending. Now, falling to Arsenal player only be more wako on loan. In fact, Karen Tierney from nowhere, left foot, pam, 3-2. Scotland are going to the World Cup. Hey, and you see it. Nhyira, the only interesting say in the goal post of Denmark forum. Kasper Schmeichel on them. Kasper Schmeichel is a current. Kasper Schmeichel on them. Current goalkeeper for Rangers.
Yeah. And on your keeper, I said we wouldn't go down.
What do you mean a goalkeeper?
When go, that is all Papa Pepe.
Na creating about to. Rich Nadia, there was a video of Scottish fans now. Na omo ba omo share video. Rich in the 90+ minutes no. Scotland for one Pennington game na pon. Ena Denmark for a draw because omunya draw they will go. Rich omu koya na ball be so much center circle. Now Scotland player name Peja from the center circle. S. Michael 4-2. Now, and no another dear Rich. Many show say in the world obi be no be a change Scotland for.
Apart from some hard, you know. Oh, I'm dressing.
Die.
So how much care to be? Scotland for Omaha, Omaha, rough, Omo pen, Omo Sam, no my behind pass. Omo Yama pass. And it's good. And
no part never say Karen Tierney goal will go down in history of Scottish football. Say oh yeah then. Now something happened after the game. Near Andy Robertson. Rich Andy Robertson said in World Cup 2022. Time na down for Diogo Jota tiasia. Na Diogo Epra. Into although Portugal went to the World Cup, onu Diogo enti yan Kobe. And omu fie nyina onu ne team Scotland and qualify. No catch Diogo say, "Ye nyina see boy ho modern ye come in 2026. Ye mo Awurade mpaye." Na Epra ma bibi ensinye nkomo 2026. Na your board game name you are qualified so and you soon also adan nipa on ne gye ho plan in 2026 no his country has qualified but ni Diogo Jota free mu. Oh, and the journalist kept on tapping his back say bibia be fine. Now sometimes abrabon sanity and that's what he says. He says one of the craziest games of football and we have put the country through it. He spoke about Diogo Jota and this is it. Or say I couldn't get my mate Diogo Jota out of my head today. We spoke so much about the World Cup. Rich. And this is the video I wanted you to see. It is a video of Scottish fans. Omo pub. Omo shebo ni bi 3-2. Omo qualify. Na senya kan Scotland for hard na F word no jai. And ye when you na way you na. Omo yibo.
Be man ground no skirt. Omo kuti
Rich. Omo chenya referee maben. Inu mudi referee atem. Say pon. Rich referee ponda. And Denmark for you to abe to try and see if they can get a win or get a draw in the game. Rich, it didn't happen. The ball now falls to Scotland because Omana no show blue. It you see once the video is zoomed in for you know. Almost about Scotland for being a ball in this area in the center circle. Rich, okay, first control, second control. Almost the ball could do park in Fifi. Now look at that, Rich. Long ball, one train Kasper Schmeichel epie. Or ball long ball no, ball could see Kasper Schmeichel. Now look at the people in the bar. Obi at the phone crouching. The Bakwe video in the phone I jira on himself. Scotland are through to the finals of the World Cup after they have labored, tried so hard some qualifying, and now Scotland for managed to go through our World Cup and it's a very, very big one for them. After the likes of Haitimo and Adiano, Scotland also managed to make sure say they seal a place in the next World Cup qualifiers. Like I said, Spain mo echo through Germany did the job easily for themselves because normally you say it's almost Fremen and up. Italy Germany may run you through just quickly. Of course, Germany did the job. Belgium also got and then Switzerland elbow 1-1, Austria elbow 1-1. Now the European playoffs, no, this is how it looks like. Italy pot 1, Denmark pot 1, Turkey, Ukraine. Then pot 2 there is Poland, Wales, Czech, Slovakia. Then pot 3 there is Republic of Ireland, Albania, Bosnia, Kosovo, Port 4, Sweden, Romania, North Macedonia, and Northern Ireland. And when you say playoffs number 2, then it means I got 4. So the winner of each spot will ever join it. Now, Baba, yes, 6 naka. Then we get a 48 countries in there. Which, let me end with this. Please permit me. Did you watch the Brazil game?
Highlights.
What's your highlights? Yes, about here.
Oh, no, 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 catch you.
Rich, but and metia kunya minkwa.
My catch was Brandon and your hype.
The boy is good.
The guy. Talent in Equitano. Is super unique.
I think that sometimes, you see, this is what I want to talk about. The talent is there, but my problem is Tunisia for no. Say only North Africa is the elbow game now Kobo in the northern part of France. You are as good as dead, because that is essentially their second home. And game on Lille, it's the Park Resunyan. It was largely the North Africans, and I know Muguadam. Now, once this thing happened, Tunisia for now have taken the lead by a goal to 0. Rich, and as the game went on, there was a corner kick, and a Muamu Mateus Cunha. I call say foul, referee say foul, but it's actually a hard ball on the Tunisian. Rich and Omoji penalty. Emma team your friend in Brazil. Omoji penalty now. There is Vini on the field of play. There is Rodrigo Goes on the field of play. There was Casemiro on the field of play. There was Matias Cunha on the field of play. There was it Bruno Gamarash on the field of play. 2 attacking quality players than Estevao. And really, what's in one contain? Maybe because Vini has been missing a lot of penalties these days in T. That is why they didn't look at him. Marit, look at Casemiro. On him Meletao. Omumiru ne far ball. Omu far ball now. Then they hand it over to the 18-year-old boy. Onunkobo. That's what happened. Casemiro ne far ball. You know, hand it over to Estevao. And Marquinhos did something that I liked. Omudi boni me Estevao pro nuko jina box neti so o protect Estevao. Rich, Estevao the ball to form. In my head, if this doesn't go through, Estevao is in trouble psychologically. But Esha, it raises the stocks. I like what Casemiro ne Militao moye waha. Because now Hannibal makes Brimario man, they say they are going to put up the young boy. Like Casemiro son Kobia. Which look at the round to the penalty. Look at that. From Estevao. Now, apart from the confidence to finish this penalty, one thing that I was excited about to say, Rich, the boy doesn't try to do too much. Baby also pass it, no pass it. Baby also jinaso, no jinaso. Baby also chain, no chain. Oh, Estevao will go far. Okay. Estevao, if he keeps on playing the way he's playing, it's only the last time a Brazil Niji Ballon d'Or. 2007, before Messi and Ronaldo. No Brazilian has won the Ballon d'Or since.
Joey Bejana.
Mibisa okeke.
Because next year Beje Ballon d'Or.
Because I tell Mibisa say, okay, the last time Brazil Niji Ballon d'Or na. Say okay ah. Na me dey media told them say the last time a Brazil Niji no. Na Ricardo Kaka energy in the year 2007. That was the last time a Brazilian
AC Milan.
Exactly, at AC Milan. That was the last time a Brazilian won the Ballon d'Or. Now it's Brazil for your second penalty. Now Lucas Paqueta called Jeffrey Akrani. About to actually. Come on. Last time I drew us soon.
Okay.
That is it. Well, last night I got very, very close to being convinced.
My first day I'm sure Branton, I was like,
the guy is
the reason why I'm Chelsea for no. I mean, Chelsea did actually, I mean, so I knew. But Branton with the was soft out to be the man. Onimbobo. It's good. Onimbobo.
It's good, Rich.
Onimbobo.
I mean, you're
on Moises Casedo there. That two players. Onimbobo.
Really, as I come and want to meet so, and now you bet get to but Oko, Fifi Manfred, all social media, and those I've been quoting on my time. Rich, me that's it.
Okay. menso medas in shawanzo 4.5 achieve some pan to answer me. Na ni team bomb so say ade na da ho. We lose close in here 65 million pounds. So to me tregan ko ade a be fa Brighton ko. Yes me Manchester to also 765 dey na boarding. Benjamin Sesko creator and say. So Benjamin Sesko 85. What the pounds ma 74 million. Antoine so
Antoine the Nissan ke problem kra.
No. 65. I think you could try kra.
Nezi amadia to mu say Sesko no nya de maboka.
Oh, Sesko the MC ya boka.
David enya say mo ya boka.
So onya more on money yes.
Beni a oga ni years.
Se ai de ya boka.
Ah, na say nani na say go Sesko de na be dane o.
Oh, we be obetimi asisa.
Oh, senior nani ha. Sesko ni nani.
U boni diana.
Eyi di abo betro. Zo mi en femi ku fikesi ni mo bi dia.
Akwa nya de.
Biti mo bi dia. Sesko di nya de.
Saka pa. O na height. Bo no pejama no grounds won di bim ni. Ah, Benjamin Sesko di. Ama ni pansa asifament. I think Manchester for munya na 65 ne boarding. Okota Antoine Semenyo.
Na mo ya sure Antoine Semenyo no opemu mo de.
Oh, na say
do you more money?
No, I'm already na any meeting crowd. I'm here dinner kakra.
Na say meeting dey dey.
I'm a gogo Abrante na dream so Abrante no Manchester obo.
Wait, me no mi no ya meetings ni nkofu bi. Da si jire bi.
Angosi we. Nanzi I meet you.
Oh no, go and watch him. What's go and watch him. Meet you why meet.
Wa Abrante. Ebi ano abetwunko. Ko fu isi kanso enye. Ebi omo story.
No, me so who as every day baby na. You see me from my boss, brother. You ask my friend Terry uncle. Say there. And they are full academy you best say here.
Kofi Manes go you know nanu abai. Akwa wa man kesi o ma.
I'm going to the fianza.
O Sofia. Asa no manu.
Rich, there. Omunya meetings there.
No, it's open quality. You need to pay big.
You have to pay. So we stay don't me pay. Maybe other obey na be now count. If you want quality, you have to pay.
Open quality dia. Confess cafe bia. Manu music bia ma. Mentram baby. Minimi here. And then zo minibi. Over the habitia. Tia yi ni enko.
That's we don't go with you.
Afena course no so crib. Yeah.
Almost
sorry.
We so they say. Listen, we will be check and you grab it, man.
If you can someone pay you. Yes, what you are going to.
We are very fine.
Said and saying about could be.
Anyone from me.
Oh,
what can you one procedure?
A year, not just say. Well, then you ever can
It's World Cup, bro, out of 48 countries ever born. You move 42. I got 6. Which means I can say Champions League stories in a day. Which must say the stories of the qualifying to the World Cup, no, more the more. Especially the story of the last 5 countries or 4 of the last 5 countries that have qualified to the World Cup. And I'll focus on a particular 2 or 3. And plus rich and Ronaldo. A DBS the vow will end here, you know. Honestly speaking. Now the Biamekacho say, for me, the jury is still not out on Estevao. But after Brazil's game against Tunisia, I think I'm willing to say certain things about Abrante. But let's start with the World Cup. Rich. And now, you be the preview of the CONCACAF games now, Omobabe Bono. How the CONCACAF teams know Omu games aka the likes of Jamaica, the likes of Haiti, all of these countries know we're going to go on and then play their games. Which in all of that, we are going to see some upsets and we are going to see some very, very nice fairy tale or conversation about World Cup qualifiers near Babihun. And Rich, the first story I want to tell you about is the smallest country that has qualified for the World Cup, the story of Curacao. It is an island. Now, Rich, Unim said, if you love geopolitics and geography and all of those things, you probably by now will know, say, Curacao is an independent country, but it is part of the Kingdom of Netherlands.
You know, players need to be free.
None of them was born on the island. Netherlands, Papa, Netherlands, Sahono. It is just like countries like Guyana, where a branch of friend Gini without them free. They trace them there because of colonialism, slave trade, and stuff like that. That is it. And only 156,000 people pay. Before them, it was island, as Iceland. And then the smallest country to have gone to the World Cup with 300,000 people. Almost 156,000 people. Now, Rich, just as you're saying, every player was born in the Netherlands. And our coach Krampo, the famous Dutch manager called Dick Advocaat. So, okay, Dick Advocaat, he is the manager of the Curacao team. Now, Rich, and now, because of the way on the table now, only just 1 point. Playing away in Kingston, Jamaica. Now, Jamaica team also now have a lot of good names. West Ham former centre forward, Junior accidents, recent times, he big bulky said Michael something. Okaon leading of that Jamaican team. So Jamaica have now gone for some good players as well. Rich, Michael Antonio, Sir Jamaica for leading the lines, making sure it's okay. They also get a result against Tima, your friend Curacao. Rich, who you say in the second half? Jamaica for a boba. Okay, T-post 3 times. In fact, in the 90th minute, the Jamaicans had a penalty. Penalty no cause no more share. Curacao wouldn't have qualified for the World Cup. Go check VAR and have asked any penalty. They overturned the penalty. Now, Brabeshe, Steve McLaren, former English national team manager, who is the coach of the Jamaican national team, did not understand. Say Jamaica for more fear. Now, on my kid, 2 minutes to Curacao, coming to upset them to qualify. Rich, the game ended 0-0.
Na uko Premier League no mpacho etenda Premier League no be meeting na sa o meeting no mo kono a stakeholders meeting na sa stakeholders meeting no eniam o mo so mo kwa kwagye dia tum no e ya da bi o mo dia ba o mo fa na anchoring na sa anchoring proposal no yesem ano e wages cap wo mo di e ba sa wages cap na wo mo di ba Premier League no e ma Premier League clubs no akwanya ama mo nsani o mo Spanish to a certain level na also mo wasa profit and sustainability rule me pato no kwa de sa yese na emu ya ha de emu ya din pa no ay anchoring rule no na sa anchoring rule we no me pato de ete yese no Premier League clubs no sika TV right no wo mo nsa eka no yese wo mo fa TV right sika na team a yete sika de onya keto pa no wo no sika no ma bon pre makomakunum eno so no mu gina no mo de ayesa anchoring aye rule no sa anchoring rule no asa se aye aduma me pato enkane no na yese team bear wo akwanya so sika na wanya no betuma spend 80% of your income but since there any 80% of you your income bi emom TV right now wo mo anya no anom anomu gina so na fe wo mo de ayesa anchoring rule no na se anchoring rule ne ba me pato players amortization eso bete because who amortize players ni nyina na beka kwa kodu ho afa sika players no we decide emomo wo mo salary wo mo che ansa na sika eya clubs ne tatwatwa adima ya kan say agent for nyina no ya say so ba bete eno na reporter men say kam say this season say komande so mu hwem din na o ma ye anchor na the possibility say ebia baby e bekwa kwa gina sika obi abetuma spend adu 600 million pounds munten ye 600 million pounds anom sika wo mun so edebeto asa anchoring rule ekobansa dia and the teams wo mu betumi aka so mu hwani ye pa me pato Chelsea edim kintiman
for Manchester City, Edmund Titima, Manchester United, Edmund Titima, Arsenal Caho, Liverpool Caho, and Tima Manu opportunity. Our YouTube in the crowd here, Mobile, yes, City crowd is no, working come players or wages in it, one more cow, Mubo, Bonin, this year. I have £577 million. That means Akaki Twabi, Nasa Anko Runanka, acquire 600 million. Or maybe Tuano, Nakaki Twabi, the City, Edwana, Manchester United, and so on, what form wages near the Adi Boma. I have £491 million, and so no Babena Arsenal, and we have £451 million. What Babena Liverpool, and I have £449 million, and so not Chelsea. Chelsea, £407 million. Moses Rooney Bar and Chelsea, and be affect your Mopano, Mepato, Manchester Crab, affect your dance, Chelsea, bet me affected Chelsea. Doses is no, amortization at Chelsea. I am a Tutuana. When we are not Chelsea and to me, and Trosso, and any P because when we are not anchoring, Runo Medi Banetimi, Aku Edia, I Chelsea Bobocono, and to report I'm in Saka, I say, yes, it's Nanda, Wobuko stakeholders meeting, not yes, clubs now your margin, sir, Sauru Wedia, and Yada Sombeji Ediatum, as I say, so profitable, sustainability to do and one here, and no more about Kubin Soha, woman friend as ISCR, at I say, and I clubs no, and so Adia Bacomo has an anchor, Sir Uncle Winnie Duma Padia, Womunya Saba Conoswa, and Canusubet me Abuantidom, and a reporter, Epa Ewo Jumandia so, Nankomaka Cram and Saka say, Sir Runo Mukwajitum Sekim, no Massa so with the Edman Pato, Winter Hunches, yes, it's a Ubuso first one, and now there's a Suchebia Ebaba, Womun few, Womun Chuaso, and Tome Jaboko. But Akobase, say Ebia Ubusu Biam Sekima, but Akobanesa, yes, it's also Buswa, and no, sir, Abasas or move the 1,000 Eboa, 1 by 2 points, and no points on better dear film, no, 6 points, and no mote, and their few points now when you and send a further points in Osunum, at you know, there's so much file, £6.5 million, £6.5 million for overspending, and he Premier League clubs there, a fitness year, when they to me say, Mubaya Timpa, and the Ama clubs no Mufi so Mueska, and to me, I told, to me, I had Domu Pebiano, I won't come back a cranier, now, the Premier League won't come there, me pato, Mammy for Premier League. Assist no and so and for now a fit 2017 eba 2018 besine me pato Premier League goals and assist player only you know Mohamed Salah 276 goals involvement and Tessa Branton so enya so he mean enya 173 and Branton the Hurricane ne de now with Hokoi no 169 goals involvement and Africa Kevin De Bruyne 150 and Raheem Sterling 135 na arawo seme womu yesa wo mudia aka one player pep and Premier League no wo maka nyina eko esanse Kevin De Bruyne eko okay Raheem Sterling ho those one de nya na onya bi emo so himen ko and afa Hurricane and so kwenti we e de fi Premier League no ade eba e wo dwuma de so na no pay me katire ade ma na work up here de ebe yiro buntie de ebe na onsa USA nyame anim nie wo mu aman bi wo ha wo de ban he de ama mo se wo mu ntimi travel ama ay America ho oman ba ko ay Iran emu ba ko ay Haiti na reporter men se kam say Haiti for qualify and Iran for qualify na yes man for the din command say na say Donald Trump kra no what the ay travel ban e de ama sa man we na aman be na won ho akwanya so metime ba busa reporter men se kam say Haiti for the din there and said that die emu ye den pa ezan say enkomo bi enam say America ban likely say one be atuma ma Haiti for etibi ababi namom yes Iran for pa de oma de say Iran supporters pa ba America de enya de so mbe ala o sa travel ban na do mo so no enya de so mbe left ezan so mugidi ye pa say yenya nkodi amfa man krofo na sabi o omfa ni samwane ne Iran for di mutitima ye pa ento mo de we anatesa oma ala mo be Haiti for the reporter men say likely say FIFA and Donald Trump edin komo ya Haiti for France no ebetima ko America na work up no matimi enya bia hwe eno ay reporter eba e wo dwumade so na no pay me katre kakra ensom ediama na nema yase no ada wakwa kobo 4 minute obo 90 minute ni wia yase chama eko nesi bo wiem wa fe nesi sa ne man koye yase abante ne Philippines enti reporter men say nema na ankasa deɛ ɛmɛ football no na sɛ ɛnneɛma nsɛ da mmoa no wote sɛ sɛ ogyina so aretire mɛma ne nyɛ ɔnwanwa because kwan a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔbɔ ɛyɛ no football no ɛnɛ mprɛnti aberante ne nsɛ da ɛnya no saa ɛne yɛ nkɔbɛ kakra mete ɛwɔ dwumadie so ɛna anɔpɛi meka tie kakra deɛ ma na Chelsea goalkeeper ata sɛ ɔmo nti ne ho gyae a manfoɔ so wasa ɛyɛ aberante de deɛ Robert Sanse bɛtaa ɔpanya ne deɛ de Enzo Maresca deɛ ɔso ɔno a ana ɔde ne bɛtwiri goal post mu na aberante no kasa aberante sɛ this season sɛ yɛbɔ Premier League ne wie ne yɛma award a yɛde ma goalkeepers na yɛfrɛ no ɛyɛ the Golden Globes no ɔso ɔno ɔpɛ so onya ɛsiane sɛ ɔno go a wada na afei mu no ɛnyɛ asɛm kotoa kora na adeɛ baako bɛtumi amboa no paa ma wagye saa award yi ɛyɛ sɛ Chelsea for players ne nyinaa bɛka no ho na afei clean sheet no Chelsea for akɔ so a ɛtumi akipi ɛne ɛba no back four no sɛ ɛmu aden saa na boys ne tumi boa na ɔmo ɔma prepare ne nyinaa ɛsan ba back na ɔmo nyinaa boa ama Chelsea kɔ n'anim saa ama winning mentality ne toa so saa wɔn de wɔgyidi yɛ paa sɛ saa Golden Globes no afei deɛ ne nyame anim ne nsa nso bɛtumi aka anaasɛ this season deɛ no ne nsa bɛtumi aka wɔso so ɔkɔ training na ɔhɛ Liam Delap ɔhɛ Cole Palmer kwan yɛ ɔmafa so ɔmo training yɛ na ɔmo kyɛ so ɔmo ho bɛtumi atɔ ɔmo ntɛm ɛne gym works a ɔmo yɛ no a wɔfi sɛ ne nyinaa yɛ adeɛ bɛtumi aboa Chelsea bobokɔ no ɛno yɛ Robert Sanches goalkeeper ɛde ma Chelsea reporter ɛfi na kate ɛde ɛba na mmom Chelsea goalkeeper ne deɛ de Phil Jeggelson sɛ nansan wɔhɛ dɛ nya bi na ɛna Robert Sanches nti yɛsɛ aberante no kate Chelsea foɔ sɛ nyame anim ne January onya ɔfa bi a ɛyɛ anka ɔpɛ so ɔkɔ because paa sɛ de wa wɔnim go day paa deɛ nyame anim ne wɔnya anka ɔbɛkɔ yɛsɛ atɔ de Chelsea sɛ ebia wɔn bɛhɛ na wɔn ate n'aseɛ anaasɛ ebia wɔn bɛhɛ na afei ebia aberante no wɔn nso ɛne na kasa na so na wɔtena Chelsea ɛne the reporter mensa ɛka na toboli akɔ akɔdi nkɔmɔ toboli si yɛn kama obi ankyɛ sɛ Chelsea owners no wɔn yɛ okay with Chelsea improvement ɛba in fact the way Chelsea ɛsi kɔ no n'ani nso gye ho yɛ paa ana board no wɔn ani gye ho because baabi a Chelsea hyɛ aseɛ ne baabi a wɔn akɔ no ɛyɛ adeɛ ama wɔn nso ani ɛtumi ade yɛ paa na tobole sɛ adeɛ baako a yɛ tae ne ya ayɛ sɛ England nsɛntɔfo no hɔ pɛ sɛ ɔmo kyɛ na ma ayɛ sɛ nsɛntɔfo pɛ sɛ ɔmo kyɛ sɛ sɛbio ayɛ sɛ nsɛntɔfo no ɔmo na ɔmo nim nyansa na mmom wɔne tobole ne dɔm deɛ sɛbiaku ayɛ sɛ ɔmo adwene hɛda nyɛ adwuma bi saa no because ɔse nsɛntɔfo ntumi ka nsɛm de fa Chelsea ho paa wɔte fia na ne yerɛ bi saa sɛ ɔpɛyi na adeɛ wogyaa yɛ ankadeɛ ne bɛba wankɔtɔ Chelsea a ankadeɛ paa ne bɛba mmom wɔse ne yere adwene ɛwɔ sasɛm no hɔ no ɛyɛ different bɛta ɔno tobole nso ɛne ne dɔm paa de nyame anim nie Chelsea ɔmo bɛfa yɛ no ɔmo ni adesɛ bia ɛwɔ hɔ ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ deɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ ade boa Chelsea na no ano bɛyɛ no afei Chelsea ɛtumi akɔ n'anim ɛno yɛ reporter mensam ɛka ɛwɔ dwumadie so na anɔpɛ no meka kyerɛ kakra nso ɛde ama Natibu Kɔto a ɛyɛ goalkeeper ɛde ma Martin Bobo kɔna aberante no kasa na ne nkasa mu ɔkyerɛ sɛ Kylian Mbappe loten this season aberante no mɔde mbɔ no akɔ so yɛ paa last season compare no wotumi sɛ mentality bibia yɛ kaba sisa wɔ sɛ leadership quality no aberante no so ne yɛ paa ma park so nneɛma nyinaa nso ayɛ kama no yɛ reporter mpatɔ aberante de de Tibu Kɔto a goalkeeper adi ɛma Madrid ɛde ɛba na mekɔ Manchester United reporter me nsaka sɛ Manchester United sɛ yisia no wɔn ba bɛti NBA team na wɔn ti NBA team na wɔn asa adwuma no bɛyɛ kama ɛde ama Manchester United wɔn ni bi ɛnti ano yɛ de free Manchester akati ɛde ɛba na Lionel Messi no da wokɔ sport ko akrata na wɔn ɛyɛ awards no ana wɔn di the most beloved player in the history for Barcelona no omo dia ma branch the din di branch the di Lionel Messi na no da Messi gi na award na central form esa omo ni din koma no mbisa say na no da kwa ya te say wo the new Spotify Cameroon na wo opeso samba back to Barcelona na also nyame anim na ono pa de ne career pa no na nko opeso wie ni nyina wo Barcelona na just niema na ankoye a wo de free Barcelona na Barca de danchan koma bia na so samba because Barca ɛhɔ ano yɛ ni bibia ɛhɔ no nyini yɛ ɛhɔ na tɛsɛ ɔmo ani gye nyina ɛwɔ enti coming to Barcelona ne deɛ in fact ɔso wa Messi Barcelona yɛ pɛnti no wɔka ma obi akyɛ sɛ ɔbɛ return and yɛ bi sɛ time bɛ na ɔ return ano so sisi deɛ ɔwɔ Inter Miami na ɔkɔ Inter Miami no so ofili okay enti couple of years deɛ likely sɛ ɔbɛ obe enso ebe spending our Inter Miami and son obeba back to Barcelona wasanyaba and Barca de enano pay Lionel Messi confirm e de man say Barca de obesan aba nemo mpacho edinamieno so oba so oba bebo Barcelona and so oba be Barcelona eduma na ho ana enseda nya clear enti ano so enkoba kakwa na no pay no yade tutwa ewo dwumade so enso ene na tibu krotoa enso akasa aka na odin komo about aye omo ene Sabi Alonso omo so komo de we aniama si eko was Sabi Alonso de in fact one players ni nyina aye okay do say player enya game mu a enya den a obeso niama kakra chese ampa wonye happy better e ba se coach bi nya aduma dia on do feel say aduma no pain aye no aye kama and also debate or person start be debate between oni opinion and there is Javier Tebas and say Javier Tebas about the case man the for a stage NFL awo omo benaba ho and the mad the nyans can man ka say nye say obi aman so ade no mo de aba omo ho and the mad that Jennibo call and also betime debate open no omo pomu mo obi a microphone no mo ntena say no ntena papa the reason when tell baso na born na no mo kwa ko no America na ya wrong name NFL na ombe born benaba no anso anya wrong nti and ya dia branta ni tuta e wo dwumade so na no pa ye ka che kaka e dia ma wanse sha wodo nyina so e bele che yese anso akaza aka wakasa e dia fa Mikel Arteta ho wase Mikel Arteta in fact we coach o fili ni ye pa na o type of coaches na wo mota so mbe involve ama players no anso anya the better of themselves enum aya dia ta say e ma na ni ti o Mikel Arteta hu ye party one day in fact ni focus ne bibia aya say obeboa ama dia Mikel Arteta pese onya edi free nim no wono so atimi anya na ne man so atimi aya kama edema ne ebisa say tag price 70 million tag price na eda so we announce price tag na yemisa say sadia no ema pressure eba so na no so there be we the pressure be ne wom opportunity crowd man say yato no sabo na obodi ama asna boboko no ento on the ball na obo no ene hia no na price e de to ne de enye no ana eba be ma pressure bia enso aba no so won ko be kakwa ne Manchester United obeka say ya say time no Chelsea pe Alejandro Garnacho no ya say Manchester United ko ka say Chelsea pe Garnacho de omu hia Romeo Lavia ko ma men say kan say former Chelsea opening back up by Juma de Chelsea and the Tina Eddie John Wicos. Yes, Wicos na Jason Wicos na Edison in 7 na. Yes, no catch Manchester United say Umisa say Romeo Lavia won come to say and they make say yes Manchester United so na obu ogide so omunya Jason omunya Romeo Lavia omu so ebe pay pa and so enkomo kakwa ne and no the car for us ne atoda best player of the season no and also of the year no according to Ashraf Hakimi na me pato munwani o squeeze ni so Ashraf Hakimi eba pato once we pra na nikoto dwe no ode ato ade so na chese ode ba kwabna na enye ize kran fa ma no we de ma menye nse bicycle kitwa bi ana kwabna abrantende ne nan na to so enti se ne be ya opede ne nan kitwa na esi form na opede na chese ba ko no kotodwe nso esi bicycle no so na ne okoyo eno di ba stage na tam wo si free camp kwabna nso si free camp ma say omu yi ade disi form akora no bo akoko mpesa ansana wode ba beto so emoma wos ne aba so Ashraf Hakimi ana word no enso akọ edi amana wo hwemu pa de abrante na niam aye kama edi man wa sesha hodo nyina so amaya wo magi aya wos di to pa no Cameroon ade makomako aye 11 Nigeria ade makomako so Ghana ade makomako aye insia ana Cote d'Ivoire ade insia Morocco ma ba di de to so num ana fe Senegal ade de eto so aye enan na anona kwabena o ha Morocco man no wo mo magidi do na no wo me de ade se Mohamed aye Timami wono say 1985 ano odine de Mustafa aye Hadi 1988 kwabena the last time Mustafa Hadi ade no ano munji biema bepem na and since 1998 Morocco man no CAF award bia no a eye dia ye de ma Ashraf Hakimi no magidi da kopem se Ashraf Hakimi ababedi de tosunum enso edi emomo abanta ne dine edi babu Zaki mu nyina babeje Hamed Faras mu nyina mo so adidi bi ntino ane yankoba kakwa so eto Ashraf Hakimi wajiwie no tese nani adie passe wono so atimi ade fata basketball de no wode ma de national team wo mo enso mu ane ade afei nyina bara ano openya ne tin ade na sa kalafe enso kasa wasa staff akime enya bibre mu anka na ball oni numbo wo ba wi asa fa na nyina ball no oni ni poye pa ento no da ono so ebo na ba so eno na ka fa president openya ne din de mochepe address staff akime na otese ne na no mbehia e wo wake up because bibre mu akwabna was ase ye wake up no de ba na ohwe budia moroko man na eben ho na staff akime na no dia eda bicycle no so obehia se be ready na face wo de akọ aye wake up 2026 na wakwaji ede abakere ne Mbappe enso na we sia branch ne ade atese utumi se ne manyina kama kwabra ensam ne doso minim se bia obemam kakra de so mam kakra de nka memfa se wa mam 2 minutes wo okay and 2 minutes ne dia wo de mam no kwabra yase okay mam nko basona na me yes story hodi aba ana santofo ko bi sanse dia tie ne Lionel Messi miemi sase sisia no ni din na wate no anka yemfa kamnu emfa to Lionel Messi ese Messi aya ade penti we dia wanka so ni unipa oni nekbo Inter Miami nti yemfa Messi emfa to kamnu so ana no so kamnu dia kwabna so o se kamnu no enya de ketwa so enya se Lionel Messi end deserve o nemom kamnu no aye too big because o munyini ben na kamnu fitete kamnu na enti so kokase yenteni kamnu fa Messi di fanto so ase o ba betutu asem de ahena no kokase de bia na tese yakwa na boso o se emom no so betimi aye bibi di ama no e we tim ni mu di aye fine na emom no se wo de kamnu nyina de battle no Messi de nyame anim ne wo se ayade eso pa but na no pe no mi bi saba so na fans ne se bato di empa na mpesa mo ye Edimalian no Messi statue ana mpesa mo de mana na se ye se mo de ni din beto kamnu so ana se di empa na mpesa mo ye Edimalian no Messi no ye nkoba kakra mpato etotwa ewo dwumadie so na omu kobisa ne se uhwemu pa dia de wa me future bibia esiko ba so na ne niam akose in fact Abrant na katapi enti kakra no de ma me fa we fan so kwabna Lami Yaman so yes Abrant na jatum se sisi ade eye ne ho nse ba kwa bonte wa bre temia Lami Yamo enye ono kwa na eja yawo na hoya akoda body obia wa akoda body ni woni fie eye social media no watwe ne ho afim isa social media akokọ no watwe ne ho afim kakra enti isa de yes wate ba so na fast yes social media nante no ono so beti so kakra tie no eye reporter epa wodwumade so abosun na no pen pato mensaka wodwumade so a mede mansam ne de ankedo so emom ebre ni nti ma memfa enso NCMC but your betting group ni de so na no eguso on WhatsApp open so join betting group na and now so be first 0247 3928 there be 0247 932805 0247 932805 now if you want join your WhatsApp group no abroche any local na pato with the join bo high keke na yemfa nka na betting code no so nya bidi na ne manya kama fama kwabna me de wasi anim see
okay yedase welcome no pay papa yento adwumadi no so emma atiefo ne ahefo Nhyira 104.5 Thursday edition agudam nsam yedaso etinkonwama yede emamo garbage ram gabi the foreigner eden eko amanini a wawie akase abjafo be kam ho na afi ensam odo a garbage ram ede tu dwane rewem ekire adwen ede fa ho ansana yede afisem no abewie dwumadie no ede amamuna ewiase ade a amihu ana hame pa obi a otifi na onya adwuma ya na hame papa enkenka obi a abusia sponsor no ne maame ne papa na ko school na owie school tifie obe bed inside their family ya na hame pa ewiase da bi obi ma wa to da wo kokra na aye bibie ho so enu ti ano pe maame mo a nya adwuma ye utie mi a company a ye friend no Delta Paper Mill me pacho omo na ebano enkwada diaper papa no omo na eye ewo eye Ghana na make say ayade a omo pe sales person na yenemo aye adwuma na requirement no ebi ene say minimum unkuta kra no ese ukuta aye wasi certificate and I say over 2 years experience ebano eye dwumadie bi say aso ebano diaper hunsam any idea why ye ho adwuma panya tonton bia so say you be about communication ni nipa ehun kuta hodie no I say etimi ekosoro eba ne negotiation oyade and relationship building skills and also ayade okuta bi say saa ne ma me bubo so ndina ne say wo bi nko ade a me pacho ade ene Delta Paper Mill Limited omo aye krado so mbe for adwuma we a full time and part time job and a full time ye fa na ye tua wo kama pa me pacho friend number say onso wani je ho a na ono mo akwa ye adwuma a sales person number no aye 0553 32 3323 me sense number ni so biem esan se ehia me pa fa number ni se na yemfa wadwuma na onso nya adwuma aye 0553 32 3323 aye Delta Paper Mill Limited omo pani pa no ne number na me de atudwane tifre na one no enkasa na bibia no enye kama pa emfa emau ene anopay tap send aye baby a diaspora abrochefo no the Ghanaians in the diaspora ho and monso mo farama send sika ade aba aye Ghana ha ye fa ne tap send into the kan o phone na say de me kyerem bia no o download the app no awo phone so a now they are sending sika no ade aba aye Ghana na make say ye bebo abaso so ye bebo aye monso mabaso obi a wisu tap send awa abrochire now they send sika de ba aye Ghana no na aye nipa 200 and na ye bebo mabaso from air this month first at the copim air 30th and na ye de bebo esa abaso bodie na say ne sitie edane dru na enipa 200 no se wudi etimi ba mu nko ade a sika bia o send it ba Ghana no ye be say asane the same sika no a the amount back ya to din tap give back reward tap give back reward inti Ghanaians in diaspora pamcho mun take this opportunity na mun send this camera na afi mun sign enya aya adeche ensign emfa enka ho a ahun sam no eno no Stanbic Bank ase afeno ekwa na wie ye de omo so betimi aye e de ama Ghana ni bia ene se ombaboa ama won so atimi enya besia na wadwuma mu se wo pesika ade asi wo dan wo pesika de akotoka in fact wo pesika na de obaso de bia no Stanbic Bank yabwa ama won so no watimi aye ne kama pa o dream no yababa no abam real so na de tie ne interest rate no de wan kasabra obana ye kan interest rate ne de chirewa obi afa compare the other banks obon sampa say Stanbic Bank de no mo de no wo fom pa entimi so wadwuma no koje besia ne fatrem so na demands na say untimi enso meeting watimi meeting kama o dream house no besi o dream car no Stanbic Bank ye be gina wachi ama won so no watimi atone kama pa just to anamo keke na yemwa anopa bia no oda sorry a rush energy drink edebia ye friend edebia from Monday to Sunday and on Monday to Monday no be about no energy drinker manu rush energy drink adentia very simple vitamins room ginseng room and a caffeine and so an engineer ye adwuma omre mo a modwuma obi on man adwuma obegina sa 24/7 obi so betena sa driver for mesamo a rush energy drink and I make come for at the amount and anopay stay active and energized rush energy drink o just ayana so no wait me out to be uni at the practical institute and I kwani akosia computer na yedino practical na eka ho no awase kire ye ode anya so obesua computer na no computer ho ahwan bia minipa bi kwa ukwa say what is no Ghana disua no abugu sa ubewie nhunu he me patro uni at de eye practical so computer ne esi wanim so na bibia ye kyerɛw bia no practically unso timi asua ntu bawie no timi say yes wabere awo ade a unso besua say eye network and cyber security engineering and abusua wabene computer basics and office administration CCTV installation and management, data analytics, so about design, technology, drone piloting. I mean, we are to say yes. What's your idea? Now, you know, Yama say ye be so. Say you may be foul. So no ye Jumana. If I say Juma Ukushia, one day no. Obey project. Abra when mistake be and so me imagine so Ukushia DAV. Now also ye data analyst company be a foul. I fed you could pull data every analysis. If I chairman, hey. Nani computer school no question there. So union to the bachelor ama wan ka so say yes. Ade na be hwea no emfaso etimi abaso. Eti computer ni so onimu kakra ana onimu kra no o de braye o regular ho open weekends abetimi aba anwumna nso na apa obetimi akọ distant class ni na aya available a obetimi akọ akosua bi me patro school ameka won say me okuma say ya sesan so on wo train chef as wo kokrom na Udu sisan so asifom na a friend number we 0555 383848 Uniat Practical Institute ko na unsu kosua eye computer Alaska Star Enterprise SA enchekra na afeno enso etimi akọ ahia so na eba ni say Christmas there azuma catch say adofo nyina even akontufo mpo no obia befi obi otu kwa bia oba so Ghana ha ana owo abrochi ntino eduru Christmas a e wo se usiesie dem usiesie fie o office obi bia eye kama no bia wura ha no say onso wani ate kama pa enti Alaska Star Enterprise and American for ediama obro nyan me patcho ho obedum ho sesa ho no bia wura ha nani enso intimi enje intimi kasei ayade artificial grass yakofa bebre efra bruche diaba open carpet decorative watches and flowers Samsung plastic aye wardrobe and a center martinum bedside lamp modern TV stands and a aye TV backlight ni na yakofa bi ediaba eco panel blank curtain wallpaper in fact name bibia it is say them there make us say Alaska Star Enterprise a bonnet that from boko fo and yamano so fair with the sesi with them na honsono etimi aye fair and it no o ko kumase adum ya kumase adum on boss of hona and I say o they also open Mrs. I'm not plugs anymore sabro sign no emua and I our third floor me patron Krabako circle tiptoe lane and also their friend number 0256 330075 na munomo ending komo Amsec Mining and Engineering Training School me patro ko oboase zongo na ekosua ayade bi amame isan se bebo pa o de ba no engineering mining ho eye eniema ha no ene e kire ewo aye Amsec Warden and Fabrication dump truck said this operating on bulldozer excavator forklift roller no nina okwa 3 months na we school so we ya na ma certificate na yasan abwo ama wa attach ho the company either so be room into engineering mining construction baby a oboso do de ewura bia no na odi ewura we ya no anwa adwuma enso etimi ayenti ya wo oboase zongo high and building no na chuo no pe ufra chichi na oba oboase a your hostel awo ha obenya baby eduti ato 0539 732 766 na money omo eni eye enkomano pay amoni afufuro pika ho na amo aso yasena yede dwumadie no ade emam sisi o homre na 1046 in Shawanzo 4.5 Fifi Manfred Kofi Maresca
Donkor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now to say
Oh, nyame adom hoye.
Ede nyame ase.
Na someone's hoye.
Nyame adom bibia aye boko.
The shirt na solid o.
Upebi.
Na cat no say nice pa.
We black.
The black. No boss Sakura na.
Do obetina bomb Sakura.
No one knows that's where you come and
no one say me.
I'll come back to Sakura ma we.
So me promise no.
I put my dey wa ko nyame dey hira o.
David.
O hairline.
So
because go for we do we net ko. Congo for bembe. But all the intact. That's still now what we say. You sure. And all the different is them.
Any gagra. And then ska.
Oh, cash. I wanna yeah.
Sa.
Okay. Watch your book and your what's get what.
We could figure Ghana yanum ton. I do. Only know. Ghana ya. Isabodo.
Yeah.
Egusua ye kai adofo. Ya hwefo ne etifo se Isabodo no fa ho tim na ebeboa wo. Adenti na me kasa. Minim de wo maye bi. Ena minim sha ewo se wo givi so ho. Enenti ene anopai mamen kamfo Isabodo no mfama o se onso manyamen kamakoma na ebra be bi Isabodo no asekire ni nyina ne tintini ni tetia ne se insha fa bia fa to ye se afibia sa afi ne kɔ ne wie ya na ye bedu Christmas a ye kɔ orphanage homes na yakɔ ya adoye so e dia mom san se enkwada yi omuni maame eni papa omuni obi a ɔhwɛ omo da minu mienu enti mino kakrakra ye begege no ni akeka ni nyina dia bom ni akɔ orphanage homes ahodo no na e dia kɔma wɔn na ya pepa wɔn nso enuom eye nisuo se na be ya wɔn nso wɔn ran ho senka wɔn maame no papa te ase a ebi anka ye to mpaboa ne ntade ye to nuane e dia ma ye ebi anka wɔn nso no wɔn betimi ato bi e dia mo ntie mo moni enwom ya enu nti insure fam ye dia kakra ye begye no ni ado de no so dia ka ho ni abompa ye dia guso e dia kɔma nkoda yi na mse wakan Bible o Kristo ni bia ade ba ko a Bible ka and it's a giving insure wo giving mu no enye asem keto akra enu nti afi onso beye bi na ebeboa de kuta obia aduane a yedie mpaboa ntare sika ifa de efiri wakoma bia opese ode kyenkwada yi no ekwan no da ho bra na onso beye bi ye beje nye nyina ne akode akoche na mnim se emu nhira de wan kasa na onso ubehunu anunti opese o send sika obi ono ma ebi ono ose Richardo me mpese me ye sika na mode to niam ani bi enso de no problem ekwan eda ho wo Ghana ha momo number no eye 0550 068822 0550 068822 me pa cho sanya edim yenu na beba emu bia beba bia enye wrong baako ebetima ye insure donation ena edin baako nso no Clement Apia so hu edim yenu mu bia enye wrong obetia send sika no e dia ba abroche for momo de ne monogram mo de no aye 0552 827834 0552 827834 na onso wasene wo de ede abanyame nhyiraw se onso wamano ato akoma so na oye bi ede aboa aye amofra omuni maame eni eye papa nyanka omo edan ye nyame nhyiraw pa alright kofi yense dwumadi na se na baby apeso de ehya ase di free bia no yen hya ase ne mfanko
rich ope Benz pa
Mercedes Benz there the car pa no that's my dream car.
The people that have bought omo Benz sometimes who what does it tell you? It inspire for you to get there.
Yeah.
And it tell you because we say adwuma ben omo ye.
We can say Josephine.
Yeah.
Sales Josephine. Or the B buy. And I'm saying no crown or that's easy. Josephine Yezo or Benz na no.
So what I'm trying to say is that when you say obi AD, it is human nature to ask yourself, say, then I miss meeting me to get these nice things. Rich, what has Morocco done? Because in the context of African and world football, Morocco ain't just any name being. Morocco is now a powerhouse, whether you like it or not. And Rich, it is not accidental. Any idea is here just because Morocco for that story in a Benz, but see one of Derby. It's the same story that you're telling.
Yeah, you need to
say
work hard.
Justin Benz now, maybe she bought it. Yeah. Maybe it's a gift. Something happened for it to come.
Sure.
It's a DNA for people to get the success that they are getting. Because Morocco now have dominated African football, whether you like it or not. And only when Ashraf Hakimi edging the award, in his acceptance speech, Okasembi, for me, that was the most telling phrase of the night. The next person Dana say, hey, King Mohammed Ivy the Fourth. And Oda or him pronounce year. He went on to say, for providing us infrastructure, developing our talent, and letting us dream of nights like this. Thank you.
Rich. Look, Morocco, the kind of facilities no mukutano. Even European countries may be growing.
You see, as custodian of the land, and you know the respect and reverence will go to him. But for the players to specifically mention and say why you say, Nama Morocco born no. Thank you very much.
Black Stars backroom bia. This is a hotel. 5-star hotel do ko doni huge. And oko Morocco. Our national teams in the Omo fast bibia wo hotel players in the bomb better and yet omo mainstream no kwan it cut across a man even omo national teams in the baby on better baby on training.
For me sometimes
stadium on bobo
Rich, when it comes to infrastructure idea will do when it's any Monday you can see it, you can feel it, physical. For me, what is even better than the infrastructure superiority of Morocco for Nikitano? The strategy. And how some people who say Morocco for are even way better beyond just infrastructure. It's like you're saying, it cuts across every level of the game. And best youth female player, Moroccan. Female best player, Moroccan. African best player of the year, Moroccan. Team of the year, Moroccan. See 2009 Ghana won under 20 World Cup. No African. Moroccan. Rich, when you go to Morocco today, there is a whole new setup in development of analysts. Say be a young boy be or bobo ni bi ko be 16 and name buye. You say forget about every other thing. We train you as an analyst, as a coach. So at age 20, he's a world-class analyst. Exchange program was Spain, Portugal, all of these places and come back, work with those teams in Europe. Then into Otiechiri as an analyst, adding his know-how to the culture, you know what he's doing. And that is the development of human, the friend is saying, resource, harnessing it and developing it. It is an intentional effort for Morocco to dominate. Because Rich, if it's about money, South Africa for Oscar. They have good money. They can boast of big names. League they can play a much more flamboyant. They are human beings.
Now you can't president.
Patrice Motsepe is there. But
billionaire.
Understanding that talent, you see, when you look at it, you understand how things, because when you look at where Morocco is just separated from Europe by just the ocean.
It's true.
And we see, it is a Moroccan. In fact, I'm sure every Moroccan household, at least people you know, and I'm here, Spain and Portugal. It's so easy for them. But look at the joy with which these boys want to play for Morocco. I don't remember the time Ashraf Hakimi taught, or time na Obasuno. Any time obey Ashraf Hakimi, Dortmund, the youth days at Inter, Madrid when he was younger. I don't think Ashraf Hakimi thought of playing for the Spanish La Roja. It doesn't mean that Morocco teams are better than that. But as young players, they imbibe nationalism.
Orientation.
Any orientation with them say, oh, you need Krana. Ashraf grew up in Madrid. Yeah, Spain. When you listen to that documentary of time and almost a penalty, to eliminate Spain from the World Cup, it was clearly said by the commentator. That is where he's from. But this is a boy that is oriented towards Morocco and how Moroccans do their things. Which, I was not surprised when you take somebody like Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech was born in the Netherlands. That's where he grew. Look at the likes of, what's his name? The Amrabat brothers. Look at these names, Yashin Bonum. These guys are all born either in Spain, Portugal, Netherlands, Italy, and on your warm. But constantly, for about 10 years now, they have always focused on going there. And now, our branch friend Ashraf Hakimi has gone on to add to be the fifth Moroccan player. The likes of Rabah Majer, Monia, they are in that conversation. Of
Haji, 1998.
Yeah, Morocco.
Around you know Bobo.
Sir.
Hey, Haji. Super.
Likes of Moroccan players.
But you see, Kofi, I want to come on me interest on power. There be a case Ghana. A good year near Pebat. Yembesi be ye. As ye dianona and kaya pay. You see, to be successful in football, no? Yem fire no successful. Yeah. And you fluke.
Make sure this is Ashraf Hakimi at age 16, Okitani ID card. No, Madrid Lamas, your friend is saying, Madrid youth team, Castilla. And at age 16, this is Ashraf Hakimi. And it's been written in French, meilleur jeune joueur Moroccan and Europe. Essentially the best Moroccan player in Europe, 16 years. He was born in Madrid. This is Ashraf Hakimi at that age.
So no, so Obama.
Yes, live on Morocco.
Must be.
No. It's nationalism. It is nationalism. It's imbibed in him.
Germany fast over Brazil 2014.
Yeah.
Jürgen Klinsmann.
Yeah.
I'm saying, look, football no. World Cup next year no sebi yentina on kase me de daba kubi dam you no bi aboabo me de kwaji World Cup. You don't do that. If you want to win a tournament, you prepare.
10 years, 15 years, 6 years, 8 years.
I'm planning in such a way say even schools in here no. And kodani sua de no coaching,
youth development,
baby, country be in fact, Krobia besu Germany bia no, and so bia to win the World Cup. That was the focus.
Now look at the boys that
they won the World Cup in 2014.
2014.
That is Germany.
And you see, sometimes people do not understand the German story, maybe because they don't know. Germany at the time, Mesut Ozil. What's his name? Mesut Ozil. There was another player, all of these Germans that have Turkish background now. Before then, they were not accepted into the German national team. They had to work on it. So Bekaya now saying, Paul be by from DW. Now DW, if you want to say, in the German national team, no, blacks no air dance too much. It's a better. I'm focusing on white Germans than the non-pure Germans, no. Well, Nagelsmann was straight up to the journalist. So it is the diversity that's made them win. Which preparative stages is so important. If at age 16, Ashraf Hakimi was focused on Morocco. Then at age 20, you don't have to go and fight to convince him to come and play for you. You see, one of the big problems that Ghana and Nigeria will continue to face is the influx of foreign-born Ghanaians into our team. And don't just when you're Ghana for. But how you bring them in, the orientation of the player is very important. At what time? Which again?
Now, Kofi, you better ignore that influx of players. No, I think.
No, we cannot.
Because you, at the current time, Kofi, you're honest to ourselves.
Yeah.
Men can't see a league in yet. I would never say that.
Yeah.
But look, imagine passes ye near Bogafui. And the Ekobobia competition be AFCON, the World Cup. Yes, a local based players in the Akoba. A bad disaster.
I understand what you're saying. Which even for Morocco, majority of our players don't play outside of Morocco. There's no problem with that. The German national team that you see, it's not 100% German-based local players. The best players play over outside the shores of Germany. In England, when you take Jude Bellingham and you take some of the big English names, Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't play there. Jude doesn't play in England. So it is okay. In fact, Rich, it is important to get diversity. And then pick the Spanish national team. It was before that it was Barcelona, Real Madrid. But when you look to that team, almost starting goalkeeper, if you not even put Unai Simon and you put David Raya, Raya doesn't play in Spain. Marco Correa, the left back, doesn't play in Spain. The two centre backs, Dean Hudson, I feel no about Spain. Look at the team. It's a team. It's important to get that. But when you are building a team, audio mobile, start preparation.
No, Kofi,
have a grand plan.
Me who say your problem as a country was our players near warm abruching here. Also, yet Tanawa Mombe finished product new.
Say only plan, only strategy. That's what I said earlier.
It's the player no of you say maybe I'm at Denmark. Denmark for now Titimia and now Benjamin so fast one who Ghana or Bazem Maboma. So I don't know Ghana. So a strategy. So it's young catch on young. So what I say now all developing in no Yamani Ghana. Into all you need on a certain country called Ghana.
Exactly.
And when we say time are all developing in Ghana, you one man developing into all fun in the number.
That is why I keep on saying it's about.
That is why I call him up. So no don't mean I didn't at a point on person.
That's why I'm saying that for me everything comes down to strategy. When Jamal Musiala had to make a decision between Germany and England, it came down to the strategy of both countries.
Okay.
Germany, if you want to realize that Jamal Musiala Mami was problem. The problem as a woman that was working in England. You didn't copy England, want to cry a Juma. It was work. They have to solve the problem for the woman. And it comes down to economics. They said, okay, fine, you can provide that job for you and then give your boy a pathway to come and play here. But first off, you who say Chelsea Academy no woman. And by ding and son about two Eden Hazard money at the other Chelsea. We have a clear pathway for him in Bavaria. Bring him to Bayern. The boy flew straight, became star boy from Chelsea Academy. Yeah. Where does it happen? Who are made the face of the Bayern project? There were names there. But it's about prioritizing the player, understanding what their problems are, being strategic and putting it in that direction.
No, Abrofana Casa don't you?
Yeah, very, very strategic.
Or when you cool players in home. Team now, Okobono, we are now in Yabima. They will tell you, say, look,
yeah,
because we are national asset.
Yeah.
Na Yanikun, Sati will go better bench.
Yeah.
So, yes, so. Man, you found because our team where the Okwa, we are sure anytime you are not me about. And the man who bono or consistency cost on the Adinano. Now, football no so
I am not
saying. Hano, you're able to say after 2009, Koji and a 20 World Cup. Three players are Nekutai.
Yeah.
Run for the Senum, Dominica Dia, no money. The team is a mom boy. That time, Mekai, Adia also no Kobo is Milan. At that time, yes, no, under 20 World Cup. But at the level, then do AC Milan. Say, oh, maybe not Yanikua Branton, who near the chairman. AC Milan at this stage, and Bob or carry on the best say. My petting beer, I wanted the week you play. Send a beer, there be a development in the Betuakui. A alarm mom Kobois will content Benja on be waste. Yan young will be informed. But in Europe, there no
strategy. Nothing comes just by sleeping and waking up. Maybe you see that. In the last 10 years, Morocco for just 2025, winning under 20 World Cup, normally a finalist, best winning streak, senior national team. 2018, 2020, 2025. One of my chan winners say, "Zia local Africa had to be in the Nyomo Boro." 2025 under 17 AFCON, winning. 2024 Olympic bronze men, 4th place World Cup, the last time out. 2023 under 23 AFCON winner. That is Morocco. And for me, the likes of Walid Ouagragui and all of these guys have done a fantastic job. And now, I was particularly proud of our branch here friend of Fiston Mayele to win the CAF Intercontinental Best Player. And especially seeing his dominance on the African market and also leading his team to go and win the African Intercontinental Playoffs. Many JPA, so branch friend of Fiston Mayele, and the best player on the African continent. Of course, there was Nigerian representation, which what it means that if we want to get back into this place, and not just one off, like the Nigerian story. Then they go and sleep, then Ademola Lookman comes one again. It's about dominating consistently. The sustainability of the success now, it makes all the difference.
Ed, our YouTuber say the issue is not about whether or not to include players in the diaspora. The issue is when they decide to play for Ghana. Ghana should not be a second option. Sylvester Mensah say Richardo Adia won't have accepted because there's no money in our league. We even lacked modern facilities.
No, but I don't think what you were saying. Now, guys, I didn't Ghana.
No, man, because I'm about the Ghana Premier League.
What you are saying is that.
Now, me person say after your ball, 2009 World Cup New Year, say your mind be not your new Kusa players and say, look, some run to me at that here. Then you see a job mom kobo teams be
exactly. So now they're supposed to have a plan, developmental stage,
that's it.
To know where they will
because
go.
At that time, at the AC Milan, a bad day.
Yeah, I think even at some point, Daniel Opare also.
Portugal, so, good teams are. I don't know.
First message on the person said, say, the issue is that
it's not about the diaspora.
Yeah, say the players now choosing Ghana as second choice. Rich, you see, I am a big fan of nationalism. But until you give people the platform to be nationalistic, they can never be nationalistic. Let me give you a clear-cut example. In the 1950s and the likes, now Kwame Nkrumah mobile. The Kwame Nkrumahs that came when they went to school abroad to come, they came off the back of the country supporting them with education and the like scholarships. So it was nationalistic in them that we need to come back and come and help the country for the struggle of independence. Nationalism always starts from the nation giving its men and women an opportunity or a platform to grow. Then they can come back and push the nationalistic agenda. So we need strategy as Ghana. A plan for a young Callum Osinode at age 15. Ni papa be Ghana ni papa be tima house of folk over ni few be pamon. It's as simple as that. So they are always going to choose you as second fiddle. That one you can't even argue it. Unless there's a strong bond between the player and the nation. Like the Ayu brothers. There was no way they were going to turn their heads. But can we ever define nationalistic more than President Tebana? Former Ballon d'Or winner, African Best Player of the Year, George Oponwia was president of Liberia.
And the Babo US.
Yes.
US nationality.
Yes. What's nationalism? Yes, I can one.
Oh, Papa president.
Exactly.
Oh, Liberia.
Exactly.
What's the media? Obama US.
Because Australia, Liberia national team, then what's he going to work with?
Yeah, I'm going to go on Nigeria. Exactly. Liberia.
It doesn't help his career development. The US of A helps his career development. So give them the needed things. Ghana, luckily, you're a big football nation.
But any facilities.
Facilities.
At a point, Black Stars baby on between Guanum.
Work with them.
Yeah, Black Stars between.
Yeah, Rich,
you don't even have.
Even before we get to that point in time, okay, so players need feel right to dreamer. We need a plan to follow them to Europe. We need an envoy that discusses with them. Rich, don't worry. We need an envoy that follows them, discuss the conversations with them, plan their movement back into the Black Stars. Very important. And
someone can see, I say, or not so person. Young Queen, Reverend Kwana, Echo say they don't see themselves as Ghanaians because of how they are treated here. Simple, finito. So Gakwada, I want in Germany. Her facilities here will run him or her. I would know her Ghana or no. Our funny tablet, I say Black Star Kenya baby in training. Black Stars.
Exactly. One more another example.
The senior national team never been training. Yeah. On free Germany, Mabobo Ghana.
2 weeks ago, me regular football read, and I may say, Thiago Silva Bapeni, a friend Isago Silva, the Bapeni, or but Chelsea Academy, on your captain. I think one of their junior teams. Marriage, so Thiago Silva Bano, England for under 17 Afrino. Me papa is the former captain of no mean a country than Brazil.
Yeah. Football country.
They're afraid of fast. they are not quote unquote stupid. Like they know that talent is top talent. Yeah. Rich, do you know the reply from the Brazilian FA? The Brazilian FA also called him to 2 countries and now friend, and he's eligible. FIFA member. So far as a crown in a country before the age of 18, he has every right to choose. Rich, the Brazilian FA now sent a delegation to go to Thiago Silva and let him understand, say, Masa, your child is Brazilian. This is the pathway we have for him. Your more Brazil national team, your children understand what it means to wear a jersey. We have a plan for him. Rich, the boy was torn between England and Brazil. They made it difficult. You don't just sit aloof. Me and Frebo in 15 years, 16 years, 17 years. And you're more unfano. And then they'll tend to come and see Ghana as a second option. But if it works for them, they won't come. It's important. Rich, and congratulations to Morocco. They are truly the champions of African football. Rich, there is a Champions League game on Tuesday.
Next week.
Now, I do be a mystery. Who say you go international break now? Now, Basa phone say la minya male pra me boa. And now, you say Pedro is we pra. Around that time, na ni say Rafinha recover. Eba about games TV. Now, Basa nya be 3 or 4 good news since the last few days. One, they have gotten the license 1B to play at the Spotify camp now. Which Nhyira say Lamine Yamal abductor issues na air handle. He is beginning to feel better. And if you see him play against Athletic Club on Saturday because he feels better and Barcelona feels like he's going to be able to play. Which for Menra, you see a lot of the Barcelona aggregators are starting the news to Tum. Pedri will be on the bench against Athletic Club and play against Chelsea, Mr. Kaish. Pedri will be with the team against Athletic Club and be on the bench against Chelsea. He will play for the 68th minute. You see, hey, and yeah, it is because Rich, the enormity of the game between Chelsea and Barcelona on Tuesday, Rich, huge. And yet they hear about Kubesu. Noni, once Barcelona for the side, I'm saying, no, let me go to England and then go and gauge what is going there. We answer Matro a posted picture where say Cole Palmer was seen back on the grass again at Chelsea. No one posting next picture. Say Chelsea love what Cole Palmer did with his time because he used all the time to do gym work and he had become buff. And I'm saying, Kaish, Rich, after the Nanajo. Cole Palmer Nankasa on Instagram. No one could post this picture with the sands of time. Say, we are coming.
What a match. Imagine
Pedri in the middle.
And I'm not Chelsea penny bidding couple.
Yeah.
Only for us a game to be.
It's all kosher. It's all kosher. Let me catch us a game we.
We're trying to get to a kosher game.
For me, if it was in 2026, I would have watched this game. It was too close for me.
Okay.
Nyami Aduna say it's me qualify. Me is Yabas to the BM semi-final. Wherever it is. Rich, my last penny crowd watch that game.
Oh,
don't worry. You see, anything that blacks for any channel. You drink bread and butter, so you took crying. You're about to this game, you took crying. You took crying, breathing from a fire winning. You have bread and
as a game, we might find work out. Are they? Last of one, idea, my. Every Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
The focus on crying this weekend, Chelsea game. The Champions League now, and no more game. And I was like, how?
Which any match now? You bought Paris Saint-Germain, you know. Obiasi Paris Saint-Germain. You know it. In a Chelsea boy, she started so moving. Come on, say Debbie. Bonnie, your boy there. You chibas a best you 2 years best. Because I'm sure when your confidence. Which any Paris Saint-Germain at chibas and a channel.
Okay.
It's okay. Basta for any say somewhere there. Okay, say but PSG saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but we saying you say. Chelsea for so na say PSG say mo dey any betimi abo. Rich match in bed there. E mo be debut am na me catch you. But you be a wo bia because Basta for there you new mu bi kan. Na no only be you mu bi 2038 na. No. There next to be boss abo na share Stamford Bridge. My class say first go down be say, "Hey Rich, As a young boys, they killed some of us. Hey, we want to inflict pain on them.
As I gave them a
It's okay. And they are baby. Okay.
And I will do that.
Yeah, free and
agenda be soon rough.
So you are peddling your feet. Say you may go crazy, no cool palm and bra.
Me person the betting and Babetra show. Now, features for a Kupama and Kebeshe a Barcelona for Barca for so Nasa pedigram will be
exactly.
There was be a first level
because it's the alarm is why you fit.
No referee bonnet whistle.
Rafinha,
Yedina, enter TV Nechi, and you witness a game. No,
yeah, game
into your bar.
Yeah.
Say, Yanum for red card MC for your show, ma. You can't watch them because red card MC for only more.
Say there.
Your book game, we not the Chinia show more. In Chimun started from a numero. And an Stanford Bridge, yes, no crown, far will be an S and quad in Chimusa, not yachting. Not chairman so bar, a speaker. No, no, be changing in Pinchimubia. Ubian fan first loving. I saw on Meshe Chelsea. But one at him way. Oh, Vince on Meshe Chelsea cry. That's at him way. Nakabas and Kinguno. Now, Rich, Mrs. Chelsea to Bishop team will be Barcelona team. Rich, so Osha Bassa team now. Then no more Chelsea Nibi. I want to know what is the strength of the Barcelona team that Chelsea doesn't have. I'm on him, on front three. Yeah, Munibi. On front three, they've not played together a lot this season. No, me, OCC. I'm asking you a question. Me, wow. Oh, boy. Me, ma. Now, the information, mate. Rafinha, oh, yeah, data analyst. Rafinha, for a long time in the season. Chelsea no neighbor. Jobeshe. A Chelsea defense ya. For na money, but the ashi money a Kofi Chambomi. I ashi o ma se si form na. Nkwada ya, chiro fogo pejabo. Chelsea dey peja na mo nkose. Na Barca conceded some of the most goals this season. Kofi tia sama make look at the front three. So Chelsea chiro one ya, Barca chiro also nse the best. Ah, Paul Barca munya de. Na wa boni Paul akupedi. No kwa no boss obo chiro no mara. Oh. Just go name munya de. Na just go name na say honyo. Oko club no bia. Nyunu. Odi bibia e Barcelona nye. Oh, da bi mo do boa. Ene on kan no kre. Nka Manchester United ka me jitu. Because Barca dey me say me pe Barca pa. Ah, me say me pe Barcelona. When me say we Manchester United ah. Team asasi so me ma me wo me am. Wow. Barcelona. Oh boy, against that one. Kofi Yamfa Gronto. Eh? Me. Say dem see pe Barcelona. E dey no kre. Se Barca bogi bodum say Barca bogi me na dey chi. Me aso me dimi ni dey wu. Aka no kre. And then the man game we many abre no. into early prediction here. 3-1. Hey. Yeah, 3-1 Barcelona. Stamford Bridge. Yeah, Stamford Bridge. Goal scorers here why? Lami Ama be she go. Dr. Kofi mi show record the senior man you mami. Rafinha be she go. Okay. Na last minute here be pon no. Yeah. No Lami Ama sa de ba kwa kan wo. Bo breeze. One be Chelsea goal. Chelsea goal dey say wa num dada. Mana. Nya yi agwe. Akwa be. Ay Kupama. Ono a Chelsea dey Kupama. Dey 3-1. Sino mabana. 3-1. Ofi ndizia sa na be. Say yede ya na. See ya na be ba no. Well, me dey maka. Eduru on ma. No prediction. Kofi Barcelona dey me pe Barcelona pa. No nya akwa ye ne gym work no msi ya body abem. Barcelona pa. Kupama is ya body abem. This is very physical. Now gym work get it o pray na gym work. Enye di hia no. Ni di sia Barcelona. Yo, me dey. So also Barca be Chelsea. Me dey mean kasa bi. Na wo hwa ho na be she. Chelsea ni football club Barcelona. I think she be a very interesting match. So we Chelsea win 7 to nchen. Me ana. Me I don't analyze with Chelsea. I think that the opportunities for both clubs. Barca have a big opportunity to play against Chelsea or Stamford Bridge. But I think it depends. Game will largely depend on both teams' no press schemes. The first game at Chelsea boy away from home was that big one at Bayern. And on that day, Chelsea's press scheme against Bayern was bad. I want to continue to be a Chelsea. Chelsea for no. Kwekwenchi. I say Richard, tell Fifi whenever he's ready. You should tell we the Chelsea fans. You buy him his flight ticket.
You want him more there.
As I mean, the moon to take it.
Only Manchester United for. I don't know. Yeah, yes, you first kaka crunch and no. 10% in your mobile money.
Manchester for the new show.
Club and the brand so the brand so. I said to read from 10%.
Manchester United fans in the mood show. Omo di Kofi tu kwan yo maka Ghana. Yan red card FC.
Na we Kofi play no auto tickets there you. Kofi for the auto tickets there we di da na. Corner yentimi ko if it's this year we can go.
Okay.
Tie there ya yebeko.
Mati. Kofi wrapping up na yemra fi na yemedi
ase down
into stadium no ase no.
Yes.
Yes,
my Jeff Enko TikTok, you will find a video of Torian Hotspur for Nagasan. A movie on my page, you know. I could share seats nasi, and you can go down. Rich, who are saying Babech now? So a whole layer of proper technology and engineering. And my dead for now on page nasi.
Adiachi baby,
baby.
Someone can see you see. Tell Fifi to come. I will host him in London, close to Fulham Road.
Gosh. Hey, any host the bench Chelsea? Boy, any we could do London.
Team Manchester free. Team Minyana. Manchester United fans. Hey, no team Mamira Hopa. Okay. Business Safo, I say, the child. I think everything boils down to our orientation as people. We are trained always to rely on miracles instead of being pragmatic and conscious about our lives. We need to reorient ourselves. Okay, I'm right now. You're trying to make it 4.5. It's going to be a land in the Obenya on. Look Chelsea.
Landing there, there, Amako.
Saying Chelsea did Casabizo or London of Rems. I say, Copperson Balland number Chelsea games in it.
Okay.
And I'm so in Commission. Manchester United ticket in town.
I go you for.
Because I know kwani bufu. Ni bufu.
We head Chelsea Manchester United.
Senka me head Chelsea di ni bia.
And onye say mo ba be Chelsea or Stamford Bridge. We twa na ni mi no.
Okay. Kenu so nya bad.
Eno de keja.
Enko no ti say na me ti say.
E de wa be share out. Na Manchester United share na we da bot.
Ye fu anu yi mi bag eja for. Manchester for mutation UK. It won't my country. I say, Mama, family, so my game. UK group.
Yes, that's the case. We are coming 20 minutes.
Manchester United fans more disappointed me.
And every when you pass. Okay, Barcelona for me to Jesse free Spain Ebrayala. Now, Obian a email.
First, Cantona and Neto Manchester Jesse.
Cantona say me, you know where Jai.
Oh, nice. Also,
Sabatica.
Menya so called Sabatica. As an answer, the bufu kakra on the end.
Cantona Jai too. Manchester no one.
Yeah, ready young coupon. Okay. Young Chelsea, in Shawans of open fire will be by our say. Now Richard Ofori won, and I said Richard Ofori won Ghana. All right, young Chelsea with the Ghana Premier League outstanding game and a tough from our Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Kumasi Asante Kodo Brand Omo Africa nti na say the game we at the tour say Africa no ma exit into a quite that one I was say omo games in at the tour ni na no omo bo at the efi ho and nti nra na Kumasi Asante bo sa game na the efi ho na ye bo game we na kotoko ahyemienu ama Young Apostles Omo atekano aye bako abrante hibejewu if looking at the build up kodo that build up omo yanza na hibejewu enya go ni diama kotokono na go no efe papa Young Apostles ebe tekano ansana the referee de kan hono 90+6 abrante Samba Onel Ndongani at the penalty eshediama aye Kumasi Krobia Asante Gromomo ashi 2-1 at the team from say Young Apostles. Nano ni upon game no Karim Zito e di padodo na se nanse ko team no among the mono aba from pa Kanzi to say ono the end the here no and say about game you kotoko omo anya aye win.
What I was expecting was what happened at the end of the game, that we win. As to the number of goals, I don't care. All what I care for was to win at the end of the 90 minutes or 90 plus, and it happened. But aside that, the goal, they equalize. It was a little bit defensive. It was stoppable. It's painful when you had a goal. We have stoppable goals that you can stop, and then we have recoverable goals that you can stop. And when you look at the goal scored against us, it was stoppable. So I was sad. I wasn't happy about it. But at the end of the day, we kept on fighting. So here we see wanting to win was the power of how we were able to end over the team.
Okay, and I know I call Karim Zito say. Jitum says modern months how they compare almost start season now above from kakra and ofu say issues will be and the kotoko aba bedru baby o madu injuries here one factor players break kakra so setting in nti ama say the far power no of Kumasi Asonoko team no and so above from kakra but then no they na hia na and say your ball game no 3 points in the na aka Kumasi ano na no on ne mrante no na omopa exactly and so eba ade ema omo na owie ye no na ensentrofo ebisa ne say samba onel ofa ba bia obia ese abrante ne de illegal yeboyi defenders no so hwe eye the central part ne de and obia ni ho abante ne ball na mze bru ye league no kra eso na o se ono obia ya de no asase kra or convince abrante no convince so onye den Yentie Karim Zito on Samba Onea.
Well, I was just using myself as an example that Samba is about to, and I can't stop Samba. But at the end of the day, I said something. If we can do to stop him from leaving, I'll be very happy because I like him as a captain. I like him as a player. I'm trying to convince him to naturalize so that we see the next line of action. This is the first.
Enti ano aye Karim Zito eno no ose abrante no said obia kan no so ono omanya den oso ono kra oye coach ni so ogina edagout ho na ohwe Samba Onel oboba abrante no owa hofama odokodogo team no ena ball na aka so oni bo enti ogina kire no ha abrante na nani agye kra keke hofama ode bo edema aye Kumasi Asante Koroko no se eno kra enti no amo asha ase ni abrante ni din komo or convincing the senka ommo onsana dwenanka ommo emfama aye Ghana so dachi bia na zabrante ne be na dwen nanka Ghana ye be frɛ no nko ade anka onsana dwen nanka ono nso enswitche emebo emfa ama aye Ghana na enra ade be si ewo Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium ebra game ne koso no a section of the Kotoko fans are no more stadium ho na omu ehuru Kwame Poku ebra wonya chance bia ose no na yentie after the game no ye near section of the fans ni bi di nkomo enana ye bi so omo reason tia na omo huru kwampoku no yentie omo nso ensem omo di tuda na afei yentie dwumadi ni so emfa emamo
Yes, you're human more. What's your human more? That means I say, I saw most very woman do some flat at it. Yeah, now woman needs some fun today. And then you have support to woman passes from the back. Yes, someone swine and do some new day today. Now, come for go away. So, born in for duty. Now, what to mark was any young woman. There will never someone said the way any so, or Mungo Swan your mind. Or Muni, why you that the reason why we are around. I'm free injury never. So, you can't expect him to be as sharp as he used to be. Yeah, man, at time. This is the second game yes, he's squandered some chances. He that's how it's going to be. He will give his best. And I know that Kwame there, anytime he's fully fit, he gives his best.
Very unfortunate. I know the supporters now we don't have to do that. Ball against Brekum Chelsea and your man Brian. Since then, on to me ball MIA. I mean, coming from injury there, you should expect these things from the player. At this time, we are supposed to, encourage him rather to say yes, we have the trust in him. I mean, say, on any day or a fitter, he does everything for Asante Kotoko.
See, and after the game, a section of the Kotoko fans, and I'm so at your madrin, a beef so a branteno. Time I changing nana or muhurina, a chances na obo edugu when an Kotoko in your win, and then omu ehruno, ebi nso feel say oh arante so wapra omo ne breakum Chelsea game no pray watena fia chinti oba na eden a oberasi kaka nti omo ne supporters no omo ye sa ade no enya adwen say ombehuru eye abrante no nti eno ne kakra etodwa awokuma se baba stadium na young apostles coach ode omo eba stadium ho eye Abdul Hanan and also after the game on the penalty incident ordinano etumu ebi yentie or say born who penalty anana enye penalty.
That is football. And in football, decisions are made. And when decisions are made, we are sitting far away. We cannot judge. The referee is the final because I could see that there was a little grab. So if there is a little grab, we leave it to the referee. It's onto his discretion whether he picks penalty or he let it go. So if he decides to pick penalty, that is his discretion. If he let it go, that is his discretion. I'm just appealing to the fans that we all need to understand the game. When you understand the game in the right perspective, it will make you be able to tackle your problems genuinely and objectively. But when we don't understand the game and we really want to get the results through all means, you cannot get the problem, you cannot solve the problems. So we are just urging everybody, look at it at your point of view. But the referees, they have the final
okay. The coach at the young apostles and now Umbelusi to Kumase Asante Korogon the penalty incident and a coach say ono de nyamian Ukraine referee edge penalty no ayana ohunu se eye tumi a de ama referees no eno no de ye adwuma awo park no so na ono baby ana ote no na onye closer to the action na on ben action no a referee na ben na ose de onim ni se ni player no ohun se oso kutugo player ni mu de ohun se abrante no so no kaka nche da nyigirigi bia de but ohun touch se or touch the kotoko eye player and it is a referee be gina discretion so na odi age penalty on pese obeka wansem bibiri a referee na yedi to me no e de amando hu ye no e na ono nso age no wie na o se o two supporters for say football no moma etoda ye ntiase se to da bi wa e be koyie to da bi nso ho a enkoyie sa niam we mu no se o te football na se a e ba se ya e ma onkoye niam bi a eno nso ne football abo eye ebra Patolandry I say. So now it's obvious that playing against Kumasi Asante Koroga the Baba Stadium is either dubious penalty will go against you the away team or clear penalty will be denied against Kotoko. But they should remember when they travel and it happened to them, they shouldn't come and complain about referees. And did I hear Coach Zito saying he's trying to convince Samba O'Neill to switch his nationality? Why don't he use the same way to tell the players to extend their contract to Kumasi for Kumasi Asante Kotoko Patolandry? And this message at the all right. Ravi and now Kotoko say 2-1. Editia young apostles.
Which in this from the context of Kotoko and getting 3 points. There is no problem because the first agenda na Kotoko they come match nim so benya 3 points. Oye Kotoko ni bia no nim say Kotoko eko game nim na so pe win. But the how anything ye ball game ni wie and fans ni be say oboni nje regardless of the fact that Kotoko won the game via a late penalty of Samba and Dongani O'Neill. And you actually saw say Adintia. It wasn't a game where now Betimaka say Kotoko were clinical. It wasn't well controlled from Kotoko. On a Wednesday where you want to entertain your fans, it wasn't like that. But Obisibeka said it was a match Kotoko just needed to win, so that's what mattered most, and I agree. But Saushe game na Kotoko boy in its entirety. The bigger problem of Kotoko still looms. Rich, go back and pick your phone. And then look at the last games at Kotoko Abo. ABR, pick it from the last 5 games, especially since the time Abrantia, your friend Albert Amwa Efri clubbing. And look at the goal scorers of Kotoko. We can start from the Karela game before the Hearts of Folk one.
Rich, when you look at the 4 Kotoko goal scorers, Hubert Jewu was one of those goals. Yeah. He scored another one. Seth Kojo is a midfielder. Yeah. Hubert Jewu is a midfielder. Yes, attacking midfielders. For top teams, you want your attacking midfielders to score goals for you. Rich, when you go to the game that Kotoko played against Accra Sofo, the solitary goal Kotoko Sheno was scored by Morifim Donzo, but from a set play, penalty. So you go into the subsequent game at Kotoko Boy, Vision was a 0-0 draw. Kotoko did not score. When they didn't get a penalty, when none of them midfielders stepped up, they didn't score. Again, you go and look at the Diana Stars game Kotoko played. It was Amwa, Lord Amwa, NHS Ago. Defender. Who is a defender? Then you look at the 2 goals that was scored yesterday. 1 midfielder, 1 defender. Until before the game, we said Kotoko goal scoring issues a problem. You see, it is good to always have goals across. Me kind several times. If it's a KF4, it's make say a good thing to get goals across. But it's also important to get one sure source of goal as the main guy. And Kotoko's main goal threat out in Abechama, that has to be replaced. Say Pitami do a bit me sorry and your goals the moment. And it's automatically say number 9. It can be Pitami do aqua. It can be any of the other wingers. Say Saka and Fitz no abana oboboa. It can be him. It can be Babaya. Say and the Kwampoku is back and is playing his football. Kwampoku can be the guy that's getting the goals for Kotoko. Senebaya, the goals from Jewu, Seth Kojo, Lord Amwa Money and the other can be complementary. Into the other Kotoko able drawer. Yen fancy be a Pitami do a crash goal. Then Seth Kojo's goal can be the winner for them. But if it becomes largely Seth Kojo and the main attackers are not scoring, so Shani go we are on a day where he doesn't get 2, 3, or 4 goals, no, then you're in trouble. Yeah. And it's something that Coach Karim Zito need to look at it. Which when they took the money for Abetamwa, one of the things that we said Sekotoko will do is to reinvest the money. January, ba. Maybe I don't know Kotoko recruitment plan. Say be January, they will think okay, yeah, the best player in your penny in January. You think he ain't change. But if that happens, it means that Coach Karim Zito need to sit down and re-strategize because it's all your goals, so baby.
Striker, there's something to be.
Can they get the best striker on the market in January?
What's going to go outside?
Outside where?
Maybe a Ghana League in the ABA, if you say, baby, I do know, be torn a cook of the amount difficult. Go outside.
No, say no, so no bedding.
Oh, well, you see, sometimes coffee. And now I need none on the board. At least you bet me and you be crabby or a free agent.
Which one should and then Oko for Morifin Donz another one as a baby. No, make us say
you'll be a free Biana or be on Yadi.
There be Morfin Donz when say, then yes, on Yadu. But the 9G form. So you need to acclimatize. So you want goes there and then. Oko for another Morfin Donz bar. After any Enchenka crying for penalty boosting the morale. But check. To any penalties when she go. Morfin goes them.
Come on, say a Kwampoku to free in Dubai, no.
And che,
and to honor so I say,
and me, I don't like what the fans did.
And Queenie.
Yeah, fans.
Sometimes they attack us, and you fancy the angel no money, and never say no man.
Yeah, me, I don't.
Sometimes me and cannot control. You see, Kwampoku like the last supporter Nekano. Kwampoku pray a black or ball, breaking Chelsea. What's the future? Player be out refina oh ba we are rasi kakra and sana as time goes on no na sa say for the man and na dem ya branch ni nyam yen gweni mo anya de Kwampoku when na join Kotoko no ye fit mu nyina mu ndo ayama Kotoko so stop these things yen kase player bi nya de ama monka ubetimi aka but to the extent say ubegina stadium ubehura branch ni de come on I mean, Sunday, my mummy and so. And yes, more and Baba said, yes, Sunday, man. Mogum when you man, idea. In fact, Mumpa Crabina, Mumpa Brand, and not a dear name, ye Kwampoku. My Nadia crack. Manchester Brand and Modono, because Kwampoku, I ye be the Amakotoko. And it said, of free injury, a game, no. Was sense chances are and no quantity one as Indium. Oh, come on. A dear and no more idea. My idea. The penalty incident. Was it a penalty?
It wasn't a penalty, it was too soft.
was too soft.
Yeah, it wasn't a penalty. It was a regular tackle like also a box move there. And the player was smart. In fact, the your friend is saying, but defender was very, very smart in making sure that by the time Abulo Babeto for no be him. So for me, it wasn't a penalty. So video, you need to make a video. Say Ghana Premier League. Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty.
Jeff, me say monfa video into YouTube Nhyira TV na yahwefo ne atifo nsomra na omo emehwe bi. Was it a penalty or na enye penalty? Say after se kotoko na omo ehye young apostles no omo aba ayetofo nim say media medical 21 points. Pando out of Lions etosu nu with 21. Adriana etoso miensa 20 and Kotoko etoso and 9 or 119. But Kotoko our one outstanding game at the Hua and so a bit to me abonti. I know by way of the Ghana Premier League, you know. So far after the fan outstanding games are Kotoko Asha say Airbono and say Kotoko Abba Ayetofonum with 19 points with another one outstanding gamer. Omo ebetimi abo onti ko view the office and enye penalty. So you see Uncle Kofi anything na sometimes make say football na ye bo na bia week bia referee a decision and go in your favor no. Eya rant no mo yente so kasa bibiri no and I obi tie fi ho and now she referees na chi and now person ya robian and now referees ni and now hwan and some bibiri no aya to da mo yente so eya agree because sometimes all her penalty be na go be a begide tiawa eya pa but it's football and I love the I can say young apostle coach in the kind or say penalty no at the discretion of the referee and two on not on bang action no on who send the player no a so kotoko player which Ajitum said it was too soft but then say a soft and not any soft no at the discretion of the referee on the bachelor because he is closer to the action. This was the penalty on one side and it comes bia referee ni jaya on any adwin sanka wanyen so a ko ni problem bia this sometimes yesramo fans amutie e show yi mumma ni na no yensua bibi mfamfim say a go word the mawa sre onso a ango we amfama no yesusu kasa and a reference person CCA and a hwan minimum the country America minimum say sa penalty we say for example ebi akono no kotia o ma minimum zenka na no pay a section of the Krogo fans be kan and a reference no person robo kotoko and a hwan and a man for OFL and a on say a goal against a opponent in the year na ye kabi so it was a good penalty yentia say reference no me nipa sometimes when you say referee be shut down say oko games or oko robi obi I don't think so do hu ye no ene no obeje so one no anya dwa ye wo we ye ka no but say dey na sometimes ye calm and bro so and a referee ni person mu gu team and sa ne ma no mama ye ntwa so na mimi lines no mom so mom ran mom chama dwen 3220 8351 8352 83583 baby fam baba no amwa automobile makacho say o car no said ya bia e be me na ye mo no o ye car dealer e na wutie me o car cars fra abrochire ba Ghana ha car no accident car na auto fra abrochire o de share container no be dru Ghana ha from aye habo ho na o de oyi ya fa car no bra Kumasi aye apem so fair junction wa na amwa automobile ye be body works na kama ye wi a inside no near line mu enso fe ye wi na de akoshe ovinum near spray ni kama o Ghana ha o car aye dada opese spray opese ye body works so car ni si wan kasa o tu say de car no wo gina na so ye pa dia ade amwa automobile and Americanfo enso ede amawo ene anope ye wo apem so fair junction fence house ona no na ese wonso no watimi akwakoje onso de so na ya spray car no kama pa ade amount 0244 465764 0244 465764 maybe airlines and hello good morning Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho Midiani Joel. I am not a na me do. I will try to work say where me in Sunka. But no do on my enka. O say young who say Edia Panatia Obi opponent na ya one ya crep and ya where man who ye. No more but na chire mutum but na chire hu sampa o I didn't not deserve them go and I take to the oji penalty. Young who say chire bia so chire bia na ti bi asisa. Nti yan kan say biem Richard. Yamin kan on eduma pa o.
Referees na etwa ma so da bia. Sometimes they say the FNI and say ebi wo no ma mabonten. Eye say bia e mabonten say yen ka kra o ye kabat. Asa de na kan ni eye no no sisi o ma sesa na kakra. Referees na etwa ma so. So okodi game na wa anya de a. Empenifo there's a technical team am so hwe. Ye wie ni ehun say referee no why at fault a etwe na so. But the American say yen nyina no supporters yen hwe bibi mfim. So say ekoye de mawa na wada nyame ase ankoye a ya na nye referees no emfo nso pi to the sense ye bedi duomatam nuabode enna me person kan wasem. Hello.
Sir. Richard.
Yes sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have something? Sometimes we can say no one. You also watching now when you didn't pass watching no. Two children now, I am
that's it. Any referees, you know. Hello.
Hello, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Yamesi and Kanokole. Mumbo sports now, in fact, we different from Mobia Mokanokole. Mumma yet sports na see. I said, much rare idea. My idea, Yamislam, no Mamu Yansapa. Asema who can no. We nya fi no bi beka say referee. Wonti na so pam. Say referee a mistake. Ti say wo wotini a mistake. Player tini a mistake. It is supporter munya botre. Show FM. You be tie mo.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pa yemfa next caller. Hello.
Richard.
Yes sir.
Richard Solomon.
Solo.
Richard.
Na bibia find there.
Na dom bi be ko.
E dey am yase.
Mame mo woni bo be Japan na abaso. Na no pe dia chance one family. Ana fem po one se watch ma be no. Ona bo ko se kuna dimension of activity mo pa ma mention na pe. Na rich. Enra referee a ugina mo ko de kone a younger person no. Ye mo na abaso. O ti ase se ne boka no. Many bu ho a we supporters na e football na chi ye se sua. Including most and referee no bia e se do na solution because so we take commentary na say commentator na some obeka we stadium we be TV na say we take commentary some obeka no we support na we TV we dey some work and dey and so dey na the commentator no who dey net na net here and so far as we commentator we give na wakata say no what that na dey we go share that some because no na ebidi ebon kusia na e wan aye and the supporters the commentators you know and we yin na na see football except na issue na the not to be na you say from Zua, in a better or business again, in so better in none, in Shamano, Yamway rich, Yamishamopa.
Yami Insha also in is Shandia in Shamrana sometimes in a ya Marco Quanum conform. So, because Marco Quanum cost will be obey the say, oh yeah, hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We did the cable watching the fire answer. Mesuma make and say, and supporters now, yes, I didn't pass a man. They are no bra. And after support, don't you feel on a whole band? Over Bobo. And yes, I can run up from a fireman. Say, who bad in what's making my mind. No other trap park, no who is saying, eh?
Okay, yes, so yeah, that's a power for that. If you hello,
Richard Snake Donkor.
Kojo Pokunia na nana poku
Richard Smith Donkor
nana poku mamintio.
Elevitio power, yeah, like more.
Aye.
Seven power. Mrs. Omega, Pamika, didn't be 24 hours.
I'm not going to US. I do time and I'm going to Nebu. 24 hours. I mean, chairman, the because you do so. Now, what's it? What kind of crap are you? I'm taking to the power. One comment to me. What's born there? A clear penalty. Go play an SOTC on the show. And so, never go for you. Thank for you. I'm a travel was a born there. And your penalty, a persisting almost. Oh, the best say. No, come on, you swim, Brano. One question you want, and can you the best repa, the best is here, the boy in a month. Yeah, but can't be. I'm a unit. Now, I wonder how my hand made a buy. But you're not your man and way. I'm going to talk about
that's a pan and Apuku at the end. I'll say, even if could go buy good striker, the club will sell that good player after a half season or 1 season. And go on your day. And now, I could count the number of supporters at Amity Stadium. Inti said the enemy on a way of running football. No, the more that I didn't just can be a gate put it into the one cost of Duma. On your day, a place down on Baton. That's called that in me. Hello?
Hello?
I saw that Ebony.
Richardo.
Kwame Eugene.
Rasta.
Patrick with you.
Oh, I'm going back now.
Can promise. DL. Patrick and Gray.
If you want, Yamisha, why?
You.
Anyway, you are power, Bona, engineer, can you do gas on this watch? Mine. Yes. Shambhala kasema police station yetu abunye idie gaso mbaba pande ni mchani kwa kutubina idia kwa kudia ya semgepa kwa na mechado anda obo matrimoni o namba tele kanso me osameka nda obo matrimoni
obede na infata me hu ntem me hu na
mechado maduwa chiacho
ai
maduwa chiacho
nesta na de bia ba why
ni amenkata ni pesika furu wa mesi birthday nkwa na yema me
mate chairman
edu wanza no waza what things one day
ene dem so ubetwa meti
now sir, as a Hamilton to a can be free. Now, Richardo, and a partner said, comment foreign news now, and what of course say, Messi, Yan is statue, and I say, funny didn't to a company. Oh, Yan is statue, Lamia Mababica. Oh, Lamia Mababica, or Yan is statue, whether and fence one and what.
Mate, but that's a bar and French and Rassisia.
Enkwe obiara ene wiase nyina adane ya computer na computer yi wa ya krado de so
far pano of Kumasi Asonoko team no enso aba from kakaba den no de na hia na and say ye ball game no 3 points in the na aka Kumasi eno na no one ne mrante no na omopa exactly eno so eba ade ema omo na owie ye no na ensentrofo ebisa ne say samba onel ofa ba bia obia ese abrante ne de illegal ye boy defenders no so hwe the central part ne de and obia ni ho abante ne ball na mza bru ye league no kra eso na osi ono obia ya de no asase kra or convince abrante no convince so onye de yentie Kaimzito on Samba Onea.
Well, I was just using myself as an example that Samba is about to, and I can't stop Samba. But at the end of the day, I said something. If we can do to stop him from leaving, I'll be very happy because I like him as a captain. I like him as a player. I want him. I'm trying to convince him to naturalize so that I will see the next line of action. This is the first.
Enti ano aye Kaimzito eno no ose abrante no said obia kan no so ono omoya aden oso ono kra oye coach ni so ogina edagato na ohwe Samba Onel oboba abrante no owa hofama odokodogo team no ena ball na aka so oni bo enti ogina kire no ha abrante na nani agye kra keke onfama ode bo edema aye Kumasi Asante Koroko no se eno kra enti no amo asha ase ni abrante ni di komo or convincing the senka ommo onsana dwenanka ommo emfama aye Ghana so dachi bia no so brand be na dwi nanka Ghana be frɛ no nko ade anka onsana dwen nanka ono nso enswitche emebo emfa ama aye Ghana na enra ade bi si ewo Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium ebra game ne koso no a section of the Kotoko fans are no more stadium ho na omu ehuru Kwame Poku ebra wonya chance bia ose no na yentie after the game no ye near a section of the fans ni bi di nkomo enana ye bi so omu reason tia na omu huru Kwame Poku no yentie omu nso ensem omu di tu da na afei yentie dwumadi ne so emfa emamo
Yes, you're who more. What's your who more? That means I say, I saw most very woman do some flat at it. Yeah, now woman means some fun tray. And then you have support woman passes your baby. Yes, someone's one and do some new today. Now, come for go away. So, born in for duty. Now, what Marcos and you know. There never got someone said, Omoy, so Omukos on your mind. Omuni, that's the reason why we are around. I'm free injury never. So, you can't expect him to be as sharp as he used to be. Yeah, man, at time. This is the second game of yes, he's squandered some chances. Going through the boy here on one of the best chances. So that's how it's going to be. He will give his best, and I know that Kwame there. Anytime he's fully fit, he gives his best.
Very unfortunate. I know the supporters now. We don't have to do that. Kwame ball against Brekum Chelsea, and your man Brian. Since then, on to me ball MIA. I mean, coming from injury, there you should expect these things from the player. At this time, no, we are supposed to, encourage him rather to say yes, we have the trust in him. I mean, say, oh no, on any day or a fitter, he does everything for Santi Kotoko.
See, and after the game, a section of the Kotoko fans, and I'm so at your madrin, a beef so a branteno. Time I changing Nana or Muhuni Nana, a chances na obo edugu when and Kotoko in win. And Nana omu ehruno, it means to feel say, oh, I ran to a pra. Money breaking Chelsea game no pry. What if you are chinty or banadian or bear rasikaka? Inti omni supporters no more yes, adiano, and yardin so umbehu a branteno. Inti anone kakra, a told you I will come say Baba Stadium na. Young apostles home coach, or deomo a bar a stadium ho, a Abdul Hanan, and also after the game no, on the penalty incident, or the nano etum ebientie, or say born who penalty. Anana and your penalty.
That's football. That is football. And in football, decisions are made. When decisions are made, we are sitting far away. We cannot judge. The referee is the final because I could see that there was a little gap. So if there is a little gap, we will leave it to the referee. It's onto his discretion whether he picks penalty or he let it go.
So na bet influencer. I mean, so what your bet or better, you know. We called you chef ammonia or fan or chabia. Or 4% commission a womb or do when deal 4% commission. And to this is called bet you know. Now we send your commission. You phone on number www.betway.com.gh. Let your bet you know bet to na BPR. Intimi and your kama and for amount. Now return me call the Tina GH. As I'm a friend share from Suna, Merisha Sharon, a coursework Cherewa, a birthday. Now, Quasho Corpus Christi, Catholic Church, or Sacco School, K University. Now, Sharon, Nonka Sao Mame, Josephine, and the Tina GH, friend share from so. Now, Yama, I would have happy birthday to Nagupo Show. No question on your casino, don't have some year. Every day, Emani, Kama, into me and for Emma.
And there, Yenian Casayemia Gideon Brown. Ani padodo na efreno DJ Ogidi Brown. Bema papa bi kwabena no. Ogidi Brown. Aye enipa ba kwa me ban Share FM ha. Nanimu te. Ohia wa nkomo onu bedi. Odoni pase. Enti na special day di ama me nua die. Me so me de kwabena sa the Tuesday born the special. Enti kwabena and the American nan is a Yamin na onya okese minim se niam bebre and a dawa koma so na a nice special day in your life me shen kom de gu abrabo so say in free and no birthday and kopim afisa ne na wakoma so ade ni na nyankopon ai ni na ade amount the finest DJ Ogidi Brown happy birthday to you bro Yamin pa na onya okese say we ana oh Joyce B me nya na kwa sorry Joyce B
ɛna Joyce bi birthday na anya ono nko a comfort me no munya no kwaso atonsu Pentecost Bokuru Central and you know Joyce bi akopon show comfort na akopon show na onkoso na onyemo kese
atefo information na yenkofa adom kase no emam ye ba ya obra atwan ohima benewa ne tim ne tenase na edi obra dwumadi no abram yakam nyina adom kase boy Stacy na eto aso ye besa ne mo hye akra